Gonna do a selfie to announce to everyone on like Instagram and Facebook that I'm like live on Twitch. I think with Wilhelmina, of course. Here we are, going live with Wilhelmina. There we go. That picture will work great. I'm sure it'll be fine. Post it to Instagram and Facebook to let people know I'm live. Oh, Twitch just let me know that I'm live. I think my camera's blurry. Ugh, I'm gonna do it again. Here we are. Let people know. We'll be live. Right. Wilhelmina will help. There we are. Oh, wrong side. Turn that camera around. Right? Gotta get the camera equipment so everyone knows what I'm talking about. Is it Selena? I don't know. Oh, my wrinkles are on my eyes. I'm starting to look old. It's okay. I don't mind being old. Still looks a little blurry. I'm not thrilled. I just got this camera. I'm not super thrilled with it. Phone. I just got this phone. Not super thrilled with it. It has challenges. That one's not bad. Here we go. We'll use this one, right? This looks good. And we'll post it on Instagram and Facebook to tell everyone I'm live. Because that's like what you do. Because like, what else are you gonna do? So Billy and I are live on 8 live on Twitch. Yeah, that's not good. Are live on Twitch. I'm gonna, you know what? Why don't I just use like verbal? Where's the verbal thing? See, I'm telling you, the new phone. I'm gonna tie dye dye some neon shirts and work on my waxes, close enough space, there we go. Work on my waxed denim laptop bag. Hashtag sew, because I'll be sewing, I think. Dye, tie-dye, jelly cat, Twitch. I should hashtag Twitch, right? in the studio, artist at work, right? That's a good one. Artist on Instagram. Artist. I guess that should just be one artist. At work, right? At location, I am here in Uncharted Studio, which is fantastic. I'm gonna share to Facebook and Instagram, and voila, there's my post. Hopefully people join us. Oh look, and Bearded Bacon Co. did another adorable cake, and we're not surprised. So, what have I discovered since the last stream yesterday? Well, the wax is kind of set. It's not much stiffer. I really thought these would get a lot stiffer. I also did a test, and I'll do it for you here on the camera. Okay, actually the bag should stay. Let's grab. This is the Levi jean, and here's a bottle of just plain water. I'm gonna sprinkle this water on here and kind of show you what I'm seeing. So if I, put it at an angle and just kind of squirt the water on here, right? You should be able to see that. It just kind of runs off. That's the whole goal. It's staying though, and if I rub it, it rubs in just a smidge. The other thing I noticed, unfortunately, on the other denim of this type is that it just spilled. If I put it there and leave it there, it does soak in. So it's pooling, right? But I think I have to do another coat. That took forever, like wicked forever. We're gonna watch this soak in while I also show you on one of the other denims this challenge here. We'll grab the Wranglers, and again, like at an angle, right? Hold it. It smells nice. I mean, it smells like beeswax, which is delightful. So I'm gonna, again, so it ran off this better. Maybe I did a better job on this one. Again, let's put some liquid on it so that it like maybe pools, and let's see what happens. I know it went, whoa, this one's doing really well. I only admitted, whoa. Do you see it moving? It's just kind of, oh, this is fun. That's what you want. Okay. So there's some places that it's kind of sticking. So I'm going to guess that the wax isn't quite thick enough there. But if we leave it still, it is soaking through the fibers. It's getting a little dark in the center. Can you see that? Might be hard to see. But it's doing it. It's soaking in. And that's what we don't want. And I can feel water on the other side. So I've already bought another bar. It will be here over the weekend. I don't know that this is going to delay my sewing. I'm going to probably have to just do this and work it. Hi, Anna. I'm so glad you're back. Love you too. I'm having some trouble with my wax sealing. Now, granted, I'm not at 24 hours of cure, but it doesn't look like any of the pictures. Like the pictures that I saw kind of looked dense, if you will, with wax. So I'm thinking, oh, that didn't work. Okay. I'll use the stool. Like, why am I making this hard? Up you go. Back up. Okay. So, especially on the really dark denim, the Levi's, it's definitely really soaking through. Now, these have the greatest amount of stretch content in them because they're my jeans, not my husband's jeans or the stuff I bought. So, you can see, like, it's soaked through, like right here. And if I touch the other side, it's definitely wet. Look, it's wet on the other side. Not water resistant. So I bought another bar and I'm going to do this all again, but probably after I've sewn it a little bit because I'm going to have to wait for that bag to come in. And yeah, so that's great. Um, Coolness. I'm wearing one of the shirts I dyed myself, and I rolled up the sleeves and sewed them up. Looks pretty fun, right? This is a great shirt. I dyed this one, and look, it has my logo on it. It's kind of hidden because it's reflective, but it's got a nice little pocket so I can do things. Which, if I were just sewing, would be fine, but today I'm going to dye again. So let's put the apron back on. And I'm liking what I'm learning, though, about this waxing process, and that it'll like keep paint from sticking to things and do other things. So I'll probably get a new apron too and like wax it. And then, you know, one of my aprons here will have the same protections and, you know, have less paint on it. Because it happens. Paint explodes on me and there's nothing I can do about it. It's the kids' fault and mine. My fault and the kids. It's part of being a teacher. So yeah, the waxing needs to be thicker. That's all there is to it. I think I'm gonna try heating the fabric up first, then applying the wax, and then heating it again to soak it in, and we'll see if that works for me. I really don't know, having never done this myself. If you have suggestions, I am quite open to them. If you have done something like this before, weatherproofing with a wax, maybe if you know someone at Otter Wax, you can send them my way. But I'm sure it'll be fine. I am gonna, yeah. So my straps come in this evening. I hope they come in sooner than this evening because I don't want to start sewing my bag together until I've figured out like what the attachment should really look like. Based on my online research, let's dry that up a bit. Hold on, let me grab a rag. We don't need a pillow there. We can move the pillow down. Okay. Grab some rags. Based on my research, they have this diagonal attachment system, and I think the strap is like this, and then it's got this Velcro system that kind of loops into those things. I don't know how wide it is, so that's part of my challenge. No one would send me a frickin' picture. I did ask. I've been communicating with the sales team, and they sent me to one of their like Instagram specialists or whatever, because it's a photography company, and he was like, I can't give you the designs. I'm like, I'm not asking for the designs, I'm just asking for like a freaking picture of the bag, because like I gotta parallel path this, but it should arrive today, so we shouldn't be too far off from having that information. All right, let's get a pencil. Oh, I'm glad you're here today too, Anna. It's I got a good bike ride in this morning, so that was nice. The sun was out, the wind was strong, which really felt like it slowed me down, you know. So I ride a weird looking bike. I ride a recumbent because of nerve damage I have, and so it catches the wind a little more than like a normal bike. And I stand out when people like, where it is. This is the pencil I want. So I kind of like stand out and stuff when people want to drive by me. Here in New Hampshire, we do have laws about how much space you're supposed to give a cyclist. So PSA right now, 3 feet is the bare minimum you should be giving any cyclist when you're passing them on the road when you're driving. I feel like everyone really needs to hear that today. Because I know that, like, I shouldn't be surprised that people in the store can't give me 6 feet when they're standing in line. How are they going to give me 3 feet in a car? But yeah, you're supposed to give cyclists 3 feet at 30 miles per hour. It goes up if you're going faster than that, so give more space. Don't honk at cyclists, period. It's a lot louder to us. And if we keel over and go under your wheel, technically the way the law is written, it's your fault. Now, if a cyclist isn't riding to the furthest right as possible, as you see possible, there's a reason for that. And you may not know what it is. The bicyclist is going to be far more aware of the surroundings than you are. And if they are taking up the whole lane, let them. They're doing it for a reason. There's probably something not safe on the side of the road, or they know the psychological manipulation that needs to occur for the drivers. I ride my bike and I'm very good on my bike, but I will fake wobble anytime someone really big, like a big truck, starts coming up. I'll fake wobble my bike so that they're like, oh my God, you could fall over. And it's true, I could fall over at any second. And that's why you should give me my full 3 frickin' feet. It's not that much space. And if there's traffic oncoming, then you wait, just like you would for a tractor or another car. Anyways, rant over for now. Otherwise, it was a pretty delightful ride. I got to ride past one of the vaccination sites that I was vaccinated at last weekend. I was vaccinated last weekend for my second dose. And I got to ride past there. And it looked like it was going well. There were 3 lines of cars, and like people don't even get out of the cars. They just go stab, boop, vaccinated. Here's your dose. Bike riding's great, especially for someone with narcolepsy. Riding a bike, man, that's good. It keeps you awake. You can get places faster than if you were walking. Sometimes I walk just because it's easier, and when it's really cold and icy in New Hampshire, I'm not gonna like ride my bike because I can't put like studded tires on my bike. It's a road bike, and yeah, it feels good to get that exercise in. My legs are very tired today. And I'm in one of my pain periods, so that's a challenge. But, it was a 50-minute bike ride with a really big hill in it. And when I had to basically climb the hill twice, once up and then it goes down and then back but I go a different way. I got to go by some of the nurseries, plant nurseries around here, and there's this one that we watch very closely because they have a fig tree, and I love figs. Figs are my favorite fruit. You asked what my favorite food was a long time ago? It's figs. I can't believe I didn't think of that. It's figs. And you can't get them fresh here in New Hampshire all that often, and when you do, they're not very good because they had to pick them so early, but figs are fantastic. I went to a wedding in California a few years ago, and there were just figs everywhere, and I'd never seen figs available like this. And you could just buy a fig for 25 cents, and you could there were like whole rows almost of different kinds of figs. So you could get like 5 of each kind of fig and eat them for 25 cents each. And they were just the sweetest, and they had like the pop rock consistency from the seeds, and it was just the best fruit I'd ever had. So I've always been on the lookout for figs ever since then. And they did start to show up at some of the stores around here. Not like inexpensively, mind you, but I would always buy them. And then there's this really awesome restaurant called, it's not around anymore, so I guess it doesn't matter, that went out of business. But they would get fresh figs in. So I would go and buy their fig salad and be like, just don't put anything else on it. I just want the figs. Don't even cut them. I just want the figs. And they're like, you're weird. I'm like, yeah, but I want figs. So I love figs. So I grow fig trees. Only the Chicago Hardy can grow in the ground here in New Hampshire, and it's not super productive yet. I think we've had 1 good fig out of it, and it'll be in its 3rd year this year. It has a name. It is Figgy Smalls, so Figgy Smalls. And then we have another fig that's in a planter that we bring into the garage in the winter. We're starting to see which one does better. And that is Notorious FIG. And it is in a nice pot. And so it is at 2 years old. And then we have, so it's Notorious FIG. And then Snoop Figgy Fig is our 3rd fig that also is now in a planter. And it's our first winter that it overwintered with us. But I think it's 3 years old. It's just got a lot of branches and it's very strong. So I think it's on the older side. But that is Snoop Figgy Fig. We're going to have to name the baby figs that we're cutting off of it because we have to cut back our figs because it's so cold here. The branches are going to freeze. So we cut them and then we're trying to propagate them. So we'll get more fig trees. And on one of my last streams, someone said we should name our fig tree Figgy Azalea. I like that. Or Figgy Minaj. That's an awesome next name for some of these fig cuttings that we just rooted. So we'll think about it. And if you have ideas, please do put them in the chat. For some reason, figs, it's easy to make puns with fig in them for rapper names. So that's our theme, rapper names for our figs. Anyways, I love figs. Back to my original project. I got very sidetracked. No, no, Anna, you won't. Pain is nothing to do with. Yeah, pain has nothing to do with the narcolepsy. No, I have nerve disorders as well. So my pain stuff is it's complex. I don't know if I want to. I'm not ready to talk about it here on Twitch yet. I sometimes talk about it on Instagram though, so if you want to like, if you page through that, you can see that. Because I'm in pain so frequently, I don't always feel pain quite right. So I'm able to turn it off in my head, which isn't good because pain, you're supposed to listen to pain and stop when pain does stuff. So do that. Yeah, no, I have nerve injuries. That's from mountain biking. I used to mountain bike, where you take a bike and you ride it up a mountain and then you ride it down a mountain. And I broke a seat in a way that isn't supposed to happen, and so I have some nerve issues. I've been able to get through it though, and if you have nerve issues, you will too. But yeah, it's completely unrelated to the narcolepsy. You know what? It's fine. It's fine. I had some really good doctors up here. They're like one of the world's best specialists is in my state, so it was easy to see her. And I've done everything from injections, CT guided injections, and well, acupuncture, chiropractor, physical therapy, lots of stuff. And I have a good network, a good support network to help me through it. But yep, I'm in pain pretty much all the time. It's either my foot or the nerve issue. Anyways, it's one of the reasons I got to keep moving, because on good days I got to make stuff. Otherwise I'm not happy. But so there's this bag, right? And I've got the bag. I think like one of those pieces is going to be like the back of it, right? We talked about what that's going to look like. Here's the basic of it. But I started looking at this like it through YouTube videos. I love figs. Yeah, I really love figs. One of my friends down south was talking about how she had the opportunity to get 5 pounds of figs because down south they grow really well. And unfortunately, the person that was going to deliver them came down with COVID. They got a positive COVID test, and she's compromised like me. And I was like, dude, 5 pounds of figs is almost worth it. Like, it really is. Like, the exposure to COVID. It's not, but I joke that it's worth the exposure. Okay, it's totally a joke. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. It's probably going to be a lifelong thing, but I appreciate it. I really do. Heaven knows I have prayed for it to go away. But, you know, sometimes the answer is no. It's all right. But so this bag, right? The whole thing I'm doing here. So it's going to be squarish, right? I don't know. Can you see that line? It's probably a little light. And we've kind of settled on some final dimensions here. So we know that the width on this is going to be 16 inches. We know the height, okay, is going to be somewhere, because the height of the laptop itself, we know the height is going to be between 19 and 34 inches. That's not particularly narrowed down. Let's write that down. Height. 19 to 34 inches. That's not narrowed down at all. Whoops. I spoke too soon. I really want to capture this texture at the top of my bag as part of the roll top that rolls down, to like roll. And so I get that watertight seal. And biking today reminded me that my bicycle bag is broken. And what I'm learning here, I'm gonna be translating to put onto my bike. My bike's name is Forrest. She's a really strong woodsy woman of a bicycle, and but she requires special made bags. So this bag is going to teach me a lot about what I can do to Forrest, and her bags are going to have to be green and probably neon. because I'm all about the neon. We'll figure it out one way or another. But so knowing that, what we know, the bags on the manufacturer's site have like seen, like it has this space here that's open, and then it has like straps that are kind of at an angle like this, so that you can set like 3 different sizes and loop the straps onto those loops. I want to do something similar with mine. Trick is, I thought about this. The angle is going to be hard. Why is that strap at an angle? And what is the angle is the question. And I don't know. If anyone has a bag that has a structure described like this on it and would like to take a picture with a protractor on that piece of the bag, that would be really cool. So that I can figure out the angle that it's at. I don't want to buy the bags. I don't need the bags. The bags don't fit my laptop. I do have some photographer friends. I should talk to them. See if any of them have these bags. You know what? I'm going to make a quick Facebook post and ask my friends if they have any of these bags, because I really need this. What do you think? Will post to Facebook work for me? I don't know. I'll tag all my photographer friends. Let's see. Let's see. Here we go. Let's see here. How will I get their attention? What do you think? Let's go. Photographers. How about photo friends? I need a photo of the bag attachment backpack attachment points. Please. Oh, it's broke. Buying the straps to put on a bag I'm making myself. use a photo. Put a protractor on the strap attachments so I can get an angle for bonus. Strap attachments when I'm buying the straps to put on a bag and make with a piece of photo. All right, who do I tag? Oh, I'm gonna tag Gregory, since Greg does stuff. He does action photography. What about Lamano? Matt Lamano. Matt Lamano, he does photography. Kevin Harkins, Althea. Who else? Maybe Jim. Maybe I'd be surprised if Daryl had this level of equipment. Who else? I'm forgetting someone. I know I am. Someone with good photography equipment. Cool. Well, I've just posted it. What do you think? Will it work? I hope it'll work. You like my lipstick? It is, this lipstick is by Lip Slut, and it is, I am wearing Fuck Trump. It's by Lip Slut. This is my, it's a good brand. It stays on. It's a lot of fun. It really does stay on. And it's matte, which I like. I don't like sparkly lips. I love sparkles in everything but lips. Thanks. I'm glad you like my lipstick. All right, here, keep your fingers crossed for me for, I know somebody with a Shimano bag. Anyway, so you can kind of see where my struggle is with knowing how to attach it to this bag. And it has this extra attachment strap that somehow connects up here. And I don't know if that strap is like from the bag or from the straps. Now that'll be answered tonight when the straps come in, but I'd like to get sewing. While I wait and while I think about how to solve this problem, other than crying out on Facebook to my photography friends, I'm going to die. Excuse me, that was a burp. That was gross, I'm sorry. We're gonna tie dye. So this shirt turned out a little interesting. I love what it did in the back. Okay, the back is sweet. That's pretty awesome. The front was kind of bland, blah. Yeah, it works, whatever. And then it touched the shoulder at the top. So I'm gonna just pretend tie-dyeing this like around the neck was always my plan. And we're just gonna give it some more blue and hide some of those mistakes, you know? Grab some more of those blueness rubber bands because I can reuse those. And do this. give it some nice wrinkles, solid wrinkles, and see if I can really pull this through. Huh? I really don't know. I'm gonna have to hide that though. It's a boo-boo. Yeah. We'll figure it out though. And then like this, we're gonna do this. Why not? I can do whatever I want, right? I'm the artist. But we're gonna throw some blue on top of this black. Boy, though, if you can go out for a bike ride on every morning, it's nice. I can't do it every morning. I can do like 3 times a week when it warms up. It's a little bit on the cold side here, so I had to go in like my Under Armour, and wind. Oh, the wind today was nuts. Oh, it even like pushed my bag into my spokes. I had to stop one point and like fix it and pull it around and figure out like what to do. But it was windy, and I use a big flag on my bike. I don't know, it's just a thing. It helps people see me. My bike is a little lower because it's a recumbent. I'm not as up high, so I mean, I'm at the same height as most cyclists' butt is when they're riding along the road. But yeah, it's just safety, extra safety. That way, if a car does hit me, my husband will be like, you know, she wears neon like at every opportunity and like has a neon helmet, and you still manage to hit her. Like, you won't. You just practice. As long as you keep moving forward, you don't fall off the bike. That's the secret. It's a physics thing. You just keep moving forward, and it goes for like every bike in existence. As long as you keep moving forward, you won't fall over. A recumbent, it feels weird, but it's still true. Okay, you just got to keep moving forward. I bought my recumbent off of my friend who had testicular cancer, so he doesn't ride an upright as much anymore. But he wanted a more aggressive recumbent because he biked across the U.S. You wouldn't fall. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure about it. You wouldn't fall. You'll fall as you learn. That just goes with the territory. But I've been bicycling since, I was a small child. Like, I participated in a century ride, which is a 100-mile ride, like, as a kid. Like, I didn't do the full 100, good Lord. My parents aren't crazy. Where are they? They could be. But my dad did century rides, like, when I was a kid, so I did whatever he did, because it's your dad, and your dad's cool, man. And I love riding my bike. I miss riding a regular bike. It does make it harder. Like if I go on vacation and stuff, I can't just rent a fun bike and cruise the beach or anything. And I have to ride a recumbent. It's okay. I'm okay with it. I really am. And, I don't mind being weird. I've really grown into it. All right, let's do this. Now, how do I get the most out of this? We're gonna do another one here. Yeah, another one here, I think. Get this nice angliness going. I'm gonna throw in at least 2 colors more of blue into this thing and see how it turns out. And I'm like pulling out little bits of it to make sure I get the wrinkles I want, and so it's really cool. Everyone falls. It's easier. The shorter you are, the less distance you have to fall. So think about that. Win! Right? No. It goes for skiing too. I guess I'm into extreme sports. I hadn't thought of it that way before, but I scuba dive. I used to mountain bike back before my nerve damage. I ride my bicycle. I kayak. And I ski. Yeah, I guess that qualifies as I'm an extreme sporter. I'm a sporter. Okay, blue bag from before, and we are gonna grab the cerulean again, and I'm gonna grab the midnight. This midnight, 22 or the 12. I'm grabbing the Dynaflow Midnight Blue 816. I think it's going to solve some of my challenges with the black and gray overlap that I have going on. It's going to be interesting, but it's going to be the darkest color I'm going to let on this thing. So we're going to bring in that cerulean around the neck, fade it in to the midnight blue through here and through here. I think that's going to give me like really what I'm looking for, and it's just going to be kind of, oh, I broke that. I broke another band. No one is surprised. Okay, let's tie that together. But bicycling's great. And I did a triathlon a few years ago, which is it was a 32-mile bike, a 6-mile run, and a 1-mile swim. Swimming and biking is where I excel. Running is not a good idea for me, but I thought, you know what? Skinny people run, and I want to be a skinny person, so I'm gonna run. Turns out there's a reason I despise running, and that's my feet are not made for it. And so it ended up with me ending up, you know, with a pretty serious injury that I required surgery for. And that surgery put me in a wheelchair for about 3 months and unable to walk really for like a year. And like a year of PT and recovery. So don't do that, y'all. And I'm not one who sits still well, so we got like a wheelchair up in the studio up here. And I would wheel around and still make my projects and stuff. Obviously not live on camera like this. But yeah, you know, I couldn't sit still. I still, to this day, can't sit still. Most people would have been like out of work for, you know, at least 6 months, but I can't handle that. Cannot handle not doing stuff. All right, we're gonna put our gloves on so that I don't have to scrub my hands later under boiling water. My hands with COVID, you know, back when everything was first starting out, my hands would bleed from how much I was washing them. Not only was I needing to wash them like every time I dyed or painted or anything like that, I was having to wash them every time I went outside and did anything. So, oh, that was awful. All right, cerulean. We need the cerulean. Here we are. Cerulean. Shake the cerulean, shake the midnight blue. And actually, I'm going to change my mind. I'm going to use the watered down cerulean I have in this cup because it's already here. Ooh, no. Yeah, I mean, if you can't walk, you know, if you fall walking regularly, then biking is going to be a challenge. You got to do what's right for you. But boy, do I like, I really enjoy riding my bicycle. Bicycle, bicycle, I want to ride my bicycle, to ride my bike. It's a song by Queen. It's a good song by Queen even. Bicycle races are coming your way. So, okay. So we have, I'm going to add this midnight blue up in through here to make like some prettiness, right? It's just going to add some darkness to what I'm doing, and I'm going to spread it with the water. Because these dyes are super intense. Actually, as I'm thinking about it, maybe I should just put it into a squirt bottle and apply it that way. I'm not sure. Because the water definitely helps it run. But at the same time, you want me to do live from my bike? Maybe one day. I gotta find my bike mount. I do have a bike mount for my camera, for my phone rather. maybe I'll do a live bike ride. You'd have to be careful though, because people like will yell things and they'll even throw things at me as I'm riding around. I once had someone throw a lit cigarette at me. Oh, that was the worst. Burnt my leg. It's just drivers. I think they're just really jealous that I'm outside and enjoying the weather and they're not. I really think that's all it is. But what do I know? What do I know? I don't know. They're the ones stuck in some kind of steel trap that like suffocates everything. Cars are bad. I mean, I have a car. I use it as little as I can. I try to bike wherever I can, or walk. That's why I live downtown, so that I can be like, save the planet and try hard to save the planet. Ugh. Your sister smokes at home and you can't breathe. I thought your sister, where's your, how many sisters do you have? Yeah, no, smoking is bad. Smoking kills your lungs. Really, really kills your lungs. Good, so you don't have to worry about it, right? You don't have to breathe or smoke anymore. That's good. Yeah, so yeah, I'm not a fan of it either. I have friends that do it, and they don't do it in my house. Obviously, I mean I have asthma. My husband has asthma, and that's just bad for you. It's just bad for you. We don't want that. We don't need that in our lives. No, sir. So, yeah, I'm blending the cerulean in with this midnight blue to try and get to make it more sensical for what we have going on. I think it'll be cool. Oops, Daisy. What else? What other cool things do I have going on? I don't know. I just love riding my bike, and it's so nice because it's finally getting warm enough in New Hampshire, right? We're in springtime. So the hyacinths have just finished blooming, like they're starting to dry out. Tulips are just beginning to emerge. Daffodils are kind of beginning to die out. Crocuses have been gone a while. Azaleas are blooming, and my blueberries are just starting to bloom, which means I need to fertilize them this weekend. My raspberries are starting to show some growth on them, and that's all good stuff, like really, really good stuff, because that means life is coming back to the world. Heaven knows I need life in my life, because winters here are long and hard. You can only survive the winters here if you do winter sports, I think. I don't know how people get through the winters here without taking up like cross-country skiing or snowboarding. Yeah, sometimes you'll have bad days, and that's okay. Remember, you don't need to apologize. I'll keep talking at you, and if you miss it, you can always go back and watch the recording, right? So it'll be like you never missed it. You know, when I'm not live, you can go back and watch it. Don't worry, no apologies, just, you know, it's your medical life. Like, ignore for sure. Like, you can't ignore your medical condition, that's not quite right, but just, it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be fine. And you know what, you probably don't have to tell other people you're sorry when it happens too. It's not just me, because they'll be like, they'll know maybe you had to stop and just like go to the bathroom. Maybe you're on the toilet. They don't know. And you don't have to tell them. It's hard though. I know. Okay. Now I'm going to begin the fade into the midnight here. Are you ready for this? Fade into midnight. Oh, I'm dripping everywhere. It'll clean up mostly, I think. I gotta get this bag under this. This is too much for me. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it to Kai. No, She doesn't clean this up. This is my mess. Oh, see, it's a dye, so it don't drip. Clean that up because it will bother me. Did not imagine you'd be watching this much cleaning, did you? On an art channel. It's okay. No judgment, right? What if I put something bigger down? Yeah, let's put this down underneath. It's now been a little waxed, so it'll probably even be repellent to the dye. Though it has dye on it already, you can tell. Because life. Yeah, see, like that. Get some nice dark blue in there, along with the twists. Nice. That'll look good. And then let's do over here. Let's pull this out because I want that to, yeah, like that. Give it a nice good fade. Nice. I'm happy with that. I like where that's going. Yeah, see? Yeah. So here we are. I'm going to do the sleeves now. Cerulean at the top, like I said originally. I'm going to dip it in now that I have some protection here, because I think that'll give me what I'm looking for. Let me see. I'm dipping it. Oh, what happened? Oh, there we are. I'm back. I'm back. Yeah, no, it's all about, like, I'm not perfect at it. I still do it myself. I'm just trying to help you learn some of the stuff maybe that took me a while to learn before I learned. It's all right. Good. Do your best, be your best. That's all there is to it, you know. So I'm painting the dye on instead of straight up tie-dyeing because I want a little more control. And it'll fade it if I keep this dipped in here. I think it'll fade it really in a cool way, I think. Well, when people say bad things to you, you ignore them. Are you talking about like in person or like on Twitch? Because on Twitch, you should report them and block them. And you just don't say anything back. If they mean something to you, you can be like, you know, yeah. So on Twitch, you say, don't say that to me. If you have like a friendship with them, like, but they're not being cool, you say, you know, that's not okay. Don't say that to me. And then you block them if they do it again. I don't think people get multiple warnings in my book. I kind of gave someone multiple warnings yesterday, and I wish I hadn't. So one warning, you do get kicked out. I don't mind. Yeah, so just block them, ignore them. They're just people. They're just mean people. They're people who think about it, like in your situation, you've got narcolepsy, you've got a hard going on, like you've got a lot going on that's really, really hard. And their lives aren't even that hard and they're being mean. Those are some sad people. Those are some really sad people. Just ignore them. Block them, ignore them. They are not worth your time. At all. No way, shape, or form. Okay? You got that? No, not dumb. Just not dumb. Don't call yourself dumb. That's not good for you. That translates into your brain, and then it like, you know, it's just not good for you. Not dumb. Don't call yourself dumb. Heaven knows I've done it to myself enough. So take my advice and don't do it. Don't call yourself dumb. Don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. I've done enough. You do it enough and then it becomes true. So don't do it. And it's not true. You're sitting here typing in your second language and, you know, hanging out and being nice. You're not dumb. You're not dumb at all. And I too go forth into the world kind of expecting kindness and peace and happiness from everyone I meet. And sometimes that comes back and those people aren't nice. I don't think that's my fault when it happens. I think it's their fault. And they're probably in a hurt place and have fewer manners. And even though maybe they had more than I did growing up or whatever, and you just ignore them. Okay? Just ignore them. They are not worth your time or the space in your brain. I tell myself that, but then I let them take up space too sometimes. So don't think I'm perfect. It's just what I'm striving for as well. And my therapist helps me with, you know? Boy, I really have Bicycle Races by Queen stuck in my head. Yeah, I'm here for you. I'm a teacher. I can't help it. And you're a good person. I want to help you. I want to help you have a good life. I'll share my knowledge with anyone who will listen. Anyone can turn me off too. They can just go on to another channel, but I'm going to give you all the advice I have to give, and then you can like walk away and ignore it or use it, and it's up to you. 100%, it is up to you. But I will freely give it. 100%. Because maybe one day you'll be able to help someone else. That's all. People help me along the way, so I help them. Even if it's not the same people. That's just how it works. It's like karma or whatever, right? If you put out enough good, you'll get good back. That's the way it works, I think. I hope it works that way in the real world. I really don't know. Okay. I like where this is all going. I think this black and blue is going to turn out. I don't know that I'm going to need another dye process on this one, but we'll see. I'm gonna, let's see, let's clean up this little bit of mess. Yeah, it's definitely waxed. That's funny, from all the waxing I did yesterday. Whoop. Gotta pick that up. Don't want that left behind. It smells a little like chlorine. my trash can is here. Very good. Now I'm going to dip the sleeves in here as well. In the hopes that this works out like this. Oh, I see what happened. Why did that camera turn off and give you that view? You don't need to see this view. This view is weird. That's direct from my laptop. But I can change it, I think. That's more what you want, right? So there, and then there. Yeah, that's what you want. So you get a side view, a back view. There we go. Okay. Dipping into that cerulean nicely so that it runs up that fabric. I'm going to clean my brush in my actual cleaning water. Nice. And then I'm going to use this rag to clear it off. Danke schön. And I'm going to put this aside for a minute while I think about the next dyeing, which is probably going to also be in the blue, so I don't need to like completely put it away or switch gloves. Let's pull this glue out. You remember this one? This one turned out so cool. Right? This is awesome. This is just, yeah, it's okay. Danke, danke. Yeah, danke schön is the like kind of your welcome response back. Where'd my water go? Yeah, danke's good. My grandmother, every time we used German, we'd get more of whatever we asked for. So if I wanted a piece of cake, I said, "Kann ich ein Stück Kuchen bitte?" And I would always get twice the size of the cake had I asked in English. So, "Kann ich ein Stück Kuchen?" "Kann ich ein Stück Kuchen?" Yeah, can I have a piece of cake? Yep, German's good. I'd have trouble if like we started chatting completely in German. I don't think I could like focus on this, talk about what I'm doing, and moderate the channel if it were completely in German. I would have a tough time. That would be hard. Oh, I just love the way this one is turning out. Oh, it's beautiful. What did I say? Oh yeah, the next step is going to be to block out some of these. So we're not actually going to get to dyeing this today, I don't think. It's going to have to... All right, let's cover that up so that blue dye doesn't get on the shirt before I get my next level of resist on. And I'm going to put it back on a stretcher so that I can stretch that out a bit. Let's see. Which stretcher should I use? I'm feeling this one. This is the one I used earlier. So I'm going to put this t-shirt on a stretcher to straighten it out, and it'll help. Oh, thanks. I like making things. It makes me very happy to make things. It's who I am, is someone who makes things. All right, there we go. So, using this, I'm going to add some more resist on this. Whoop, I hit the camera. Add some more resist on this. Resist on this. Resist on this. Oh, the flower hat. You know what? I thought about it this morning as I was getting ready, and I meant to grab it, and I forgot. I will bring it. I will bring it up. I did forget. I'm sorry. I completely forgot. That's my fault. I should have remembered that. So this is the resist I'll be using today. I had a small bottle of it set up somewhere. I don't want to touch Billy because Billy will die. D-Y-E, not D-I-E. I mean, a multicolored Billy could be good, but that's not really where I'm going with this. Where did I put it? Here are the tips. I mean, I can just fill a new one, but that's not what I want to do. Grab a tip. Okay, here we are. This tip will work. We're going to take this, fill this container, and we're going to add resist to it, okay? It's pretty well mixed because I mixed it the other day, but I'll still mix it more. So much mixing and cleaning in art. And I'm gonna pour this in. And I'm gonna pour it in over that sun spot so that if any extra comes out, it'll be fine. That's, whoop, see, extra came out. Okay. Ah, yeah, like that. Okay, that's more than I need. Here we go. Squeeze it a little, and that's better. Much better. Okay, that's all. That's good. That's all I need. Yeah, I made a mess. What a mess. Clean it off the bottle. Put the tip on. Screw the metal tip on, because the metal tip's going to give me the most detail. And we're going to close that off, and I'm going to spread that around with a brush. Yeah, a brush? Some kind of brush. A not expensive brush, because those are all expensive brush. Here's a not expensive brush. This is a cheap brush. Expensive brushes are for watercolors. Here we are. Can you see what I'm doing? I think you can. Let's move this one here. All right, and I'm going to move this resist around so that, yeah, just like that, so that it gets nice and coated and blocks any more dye from going into this space. So the dye that's there, I want there, because it's going to give that sunshiny texture. And this is going to hopefully block any more colors from going in here. And Elmer's glue works for this. Like if you decide to try dyeing a shirt, Elmer's glue totally works. But I'm rubbing it in just like I did the wax in an attempt to resist any additional dye. Work that in. Oh, you can't even see my face. I'm bent over. I'll get good at this one day. Don't worry. I'm good at the making of the stuff. I'm still learning how to be an on-camera personality. Here we are. Spread that in, push it in, and that'll work real well, I think. I'm going to add a little more to some of these other planets on the other sides. Because I noticed that there is some, like it looks like some dye went over and kind of added to. So I'm gonna add a little more through here. Move that camera so you can see what it is I'm doing. And can you see here? There we go. That's better. Because I don't want any more of that blue going up in here. If I want more blue, I want to place it there myself. On that planet. And on that planet. And on this one. That'll work. All right, now I need to set this shirt aside to dry. And I'd like it to lie flat. Yeah, we're gonna lie kind of flat over here. Because I don't want it to stick to anything. Ah, don't stick. Okay, that'll work. Flat wasn't really an option. Well, you can't even see where I was. That's okay. So there's that. Now let's put the lid on that because I'm not anticipating doing any more resist. Maybe he might. I don't know. He's not the one that wants to make money on by teaching people art. He's got a very good job that he works part from home, part remote, and he loves his job. So he works on medical devices. He's an engineer. So let's put the cerulean up for now, 8:15, and let us, oh shift that way just a smidge so you can see if I do stuff over here. No, you probably want to see stuff if I do stuff over here. Sorry, that might have been loud. Here we go. Better? Better. Now we're going to bring up this green shirt, and I am going to change my gloves for that. Throw that away. Sometimes it's even nice he gets to like come home for lunch and stuff because he doesn't work far away. So here's the green one. See, it's got a real nice fade to it. It's gentle. It's a very gentle dye with some intensity in the armpits on the back. But that's fine. I'm cool with that. Now we are not going to wet this shirt, right? Because the wet is what gives it that gentle color fade. I want a more intense color fade today. And we're going to start at the neck. And I'm gonna wrinkle it up together, just like this. Let's get that on camera. So you can see what it is I'm doing. But I'm gonna wrinkle that neck so I get like, kind of like a collar or a necklace kind of colors bopping along. Yeah, my husband doesn't have to be Twitch famous, so I kind of need to get my company some popularity. So he probably won't join. I don't know. If he wants to, he can. He does a lot of creative stuff too. Like he did all the tile in our kitchen and reworking the floors, and he's quite creative just in a different way. And of course his engineering is creative. He's really good with the medical devices. He's a very, very, very smart person. He's very, very smart. Like, smartest person I've ever met. I can't emphasize to you enough how smart he is. It's one of the things that attracted me to him back when we met in high school. I like smart people a lot. I like to have interesting conversations and make good decisions, science-based decisions. You know, we make all our decisions in our house on science and math and what's going to be most effective and help the most people. Like, we rarely eat meat. My husband is now rather, he's even anti smart animals. Like, he doesn't, if they're smart, he won't eat them. So he like doesn't eat octopus or anything like that. You want to be smart one day? Well, it just takes a little practice. You just got to like read and watch smart people, hang out with smart people. That helps, I think. Read a lot. Like, and if you're not great at reading, that's okay too. You can like listen to audiobooks. That's a really good way to get smart. Audiobooks are a really great way to get smart. There we go. All right, so I'm kind of creating this like necklacey collar shape around this project because that's what I want. We're going to add this one in right here. Good. Are you doing anything with it? Are you going to try dyeing shirts or making a canvas bag using wax? Everything I do, you can do hand sewn if you don't have a sewing machine. And you can get used sewing machines pretty reasonably well too. I'll try hard to teach you everything I know. I only know so much though. I learned a lot from my parents. I learned a lot from my teachers. I learned a lot from my friends because they're smart in different ways. Like when I needed a new microphone for my Twitch stream because things weren't working out. You know. Ooh, hats. How are you going to make them? Are you going to sew them? Are you going to knit them? Are you going to crochet them? What are you going to do to make a hat? I haven't made a hat. I've decorated a hat. How about that? I have decorated a hat. I did not make my hat from scratch. I bought the hat and then I put the flowers around it. There we go. I'm winding this one down because I want it to have a different dye pattern. See, I keep breaking rubber bands. If you watch me doing one. Well, as of right now, I don't knit or crochet. My mother knits, and she's very good at it. Most of the knit hats that I wear, she's made. I don't think I've worn any on camera yet, nor do I have any up here. She's a very good fiber artist. Like, she taught me to sew, and she's an engineer as well. She was one of very few women that graduated in her engineering class back in the day, before women were like, it was normal for women to be engineers. So she's pretty cool. She fought that stuff for us. So I've just decorated a hat. There we are. Hat. I wear a lot of hats, mostly to keep the sun off of me. You know, there's a type of hat I could really use. I could use a wide brim hat that has kind of like a hole on the top, so I can put my hair in a bun and wear the hair on top of my head, so it's not like pulling on my hair or pulling on my scalp. And then so I can work in my garden and keep the sun off my face. So I can wear less sunscreen. I mean, I still put sunscreen on every day, but I'll think about that. Maybe there's a pattern for that. It's a wide, yeah. And then like with what I'm learning with this water resistance stuff, maybe that will help. Okay, here we are. We're developing our like doll shape again. I'm gonna get another one right here. And actually I'm gonna tie this one because this is getting thick. But you should make one. I mean, you don't have to wait for me to do it. There are other people that have figured it out. I spend a lot of time researching stuff online when I'm doing something for the first time. Certainly do. Research is like, it's just how you do it. Research gets things done. You know what I mean? And it's how you get smart, I think. But what do I know? Not much. All right, we're gonna wrinkle it here. We're gonna wrinkle it here and here and here. There. Maybe around right here. Here. I have some seeds coming in tonight I'm excited about. Here's the thing. I need a source for raw fish. Speaking to you, Anna, I know you like your tilapia and you're probably getting that from the grocery store, but I need something. I need raw fish. I need fish that's going bad. Yep. I need fish that is going bad. I know, weirdest thing for anyone to need. But I have this project I want to do. I want to try making a Three Sisters planting. What's a Three Sisters planting? It's how Native Americans, indigenous Americans, would plant their crops. They did this thing where they take the fish guts and stuff that they didn't use, they didn't eat, and put it in the ground in a mound in a small hill, and they would plant corn on top of it, along with squash and beans. And these are all Native American plants, native to our continent, and they would work together. So the beans would grow up the corn. The corn would take up a lot of nitrogen that would then be fixed, that would be worked into the soil by the beans. So these, and they also create the corn and the squash help you get all the amino acids you need to be healthy. And the beans give you protein. So if I can find a way, to get myself some fish guts to act as the nitrogen for this this style of planting, I could experiment with this. So my garden is kind of on the small side. It's big for a city garden, like because I live in the city. But it's small for like a regular garden. Like most gardeners have a bigger garden. Anyone growing vegetables probably has a bigger garden. Um, so like my friend lives out in the country, and they have said I can grow things in their garden, and I'd offered to help because they have it's a beautiful garden, but they're not ready to start anything in it. It's a new house for them. And so I said, hey, I want to try a bean experiment, and I want to grow some beans in your garden and see if I'm doing something wrong in my yard. Like, is it my yard that is wrong? What am I doing wrong that I can't grow this particular kind of bean, fava beans? I really like them, especially fresh. They're no good dried, but fresh fava beans are delicious. So I haven't had a lot of success growing them in my yard. So if I can test it in another yard and learn what I'm doing wrong, maybe I can do it better in my yard. And then my friend made this post about this glass gem corn. It's very colorful and very pretty. And she's like, I'm surprised you haven't grown this, because everyone knows I grow everything colorful. Like I grow purple basil and yellow tomatoes, and like if it's a weird color, I'm gonna grow it. So yeah, that's part of my garden. So she posted and was like, hey, why aren't you, you're not growing this. It surprises me. And I was like, yeah, doing corn right takes a lot of space because corn is wind pollinated. So you can't just grow a row of it. You need to grow a square of it. Like it needs to have shape to it so that the wind will pollinate the corn. Each one of those like strings that comes out of corn is it needs to be pollinated, and it goes to a single kernel, a single popcorn, right, on the corn. I learned that from a really smart ag major at the Deerfield Fair. It's a really big state fair here for like all the farmers to show off everything they've grown. I hope to enter it one day with my own carrots, even though I'm in the city, because I can get some really big carrots. I'm really good at growing carrots. Things you don't expect to come out on a Twitch. I grow good carrots. So, I said I don't really have the space to grow corn well. And then my friend with the yard gave me the squinty eyes of doubt emoticon and was like, yeah, but you have my yard. And I was like, yeah, but I was doing something very specific in their yard that would give them better soil next year. So the beans I'm growing for, in their yard would actually help them grow a garden next year. But she's like, I really don't care. Do whatever you want. So, so I am going to attempt this Three Sisters planting, but I need fish guts. Wish lists for me. So I called my local grocery store here and asked if I could get fish guts from them. And they said no, they're doing like a bigger program, like a commercial program that will get the fish guts to a farm. And I'm like, okay, fine. But there's a Saigon market here. And they have a small fish counter. So maybe I can ask them for their fish guts. And maybe I can get some fish guts going. And I can put that into the soil to grow things with. But I really need to get that done this weekend. I've thought about doing Twitch from the garden might be a little on the hard side. But maybe I'll try. Especially from my friend's garden. Not even my garden, but my friend's garden. They live out in the boonies, so... and they have chickens, so they give me chicken shit to put in my garden, which really helps everything grow. And is kind of delightful in its own way. There we go. So here we go. I think that's the tie pattern I'm going to use. What do you think? Maybe I'll add one more. What do you think? One more. Just to really take it home, right? Bring these two together. All right. Pull this through, because that's going to be a big dead spot of dye if I don't pull that through. Do I have chicken bones? I don't. I don't have any chicken bones. I do have a guinea hen skull. My friend's chickens are all alive right now. And they don't eat them, so it's just they use them for eggs and their chicken shit because it's good for gardens. They're just their pets basically. So um, they eat the eggs, but I don't think they're gonna kill any of the chickens. So I don't have chicken bones. I have other friends with chickens. If I really want to get my hands on chicken bones, I could. What do you think? Let's scoot this up here and this one up here, just a smidge. Chicken bones can be really brittle as well. And it's fun to compare the chicken bones to dinosaurs because their bones are very similar. Like, we've learned a lot that chickens may be, birds really may be modern day dinosaurs. Like, the dinosaurs did live and they turned into birds. There we go. Okay, I like that. So it'll be tight here, a little looser here. And let's do one more over here. And then that'll be the tie pattern. And we're going to start throwing some green in this. You know, you can do things like you can do things like that. Why haven't I thought of that? So I won't use this because this clay will dye. But you can do dyeing where you like put things in to get a different type of pattern. Like that. You know? It gives you different kinds of control. That can be fun. It's a moon I made in a class for kids. We made that moon. Interesting. I'm wondering, maybe I should try that one day. Next time I find neon shirts, we'll start sticking styrofoam balls in it instead of just tying it up to dye. And I can't have chickens in the city as much as I would kind of like to. They don't let you. I don't have enough land for that. They have rules about how much land you have to have before you can have a chicken. Ugh. And one of my friends is an alderman here in the city. So he, you know, he helps make variances or allow exceptions to the rules. And he was like, yeah, I don't think I can support you having a chicken on your small yard. Dang it. Come on, Will. What good are you? No, he's good. He's a smart guy. And he takes his job very seriously. He works very hard to clear our streets and make sure everything runs properly. Whoop. I broke another rubber band. Are we surprised? Yeah. But this one was already tied once, so we'll see if we can get this through without having to resort to killing another rubber band. Nope. I broke another one. I got more rubber bands somewhere. Here we are. Oop, I got blue dye on me. Let's see. Let's do this again. Right. Pull that out because I want to make sure this gets dye on it because I think this is not getting dye like all the way down, which is bad. I'm going to pull it out. There we go. I like that. That looks interesting. Kind of puffed up strangeness. We'll let it be like that because that's weird. I like it. Okay. What greens am I going to grab? First, I'm going to grab water because I've been talking the whole time. I like it sometimes with my students. We have funny face-offs. We try to see who can make the funniest face on camera, and and it's fun. It's adorable. Little kids are really good at it. So we use the chartreuse, but I'll bring it over anyways. 18. Yeah, these are our colors. These are our colors. We already know that. That's the chartreuse. Here's the bright green. Plenty of bright green. And then this is the emerald green with the 820. Okay. How is this fading going? That looks pretty good. That looks like what I want, I think. We're gonna let it keep going though. I need another bag like I was using earlier. And we're gonna put this out so that I don't stain my workspace again. Put gloves on because I don't want to scrub my fingers later. And I'm standing, I do stand on an anti-fatigue mat. I don't know if anyone cares. And then, yeah. So like, do follow me. If you're just watching this after I've broadcast, like, please do follow me. The more people that follow me, the more I'll do this. Right now, I just have a big project I'm working on that requires a lot of time and thinking. So I'm letting that set while I dye these things. But I do this like all the time. And if it's worthwhile, I can like broadcast it all the time, everything I'm doing. It wouldn't be quite full-time because I've got medical conditions like narcolepsy, but I could get to close to full-time if you enjoy watching me make stuff like this. Just saying, that's all. You know, if you like it, if you like it. So this is teal. So I've got 820 by Jacquard Dynaflow. I've got the 817 Jacquard Dynaflow, that's a teal color, and I've got the 819 bright green Jacquard Dynaflow dyes. So this is the 819. See, I do these little tests. 819. This is the 818, which I already put some on the shirt. The shirt was yellow, now it's kind of like a neon green. So I put the chartreuse on top of neon yellow. And the emerald green here is this pretty green, the 820. And then this is the teal, the 817. So we're gonna think about where we want all of this. Should I put it in, like, because Tulip always delivers their dyes in like squirt bottles so you can really get in there and squirt it in. That's not how I typically dye. I am going to add some liquid to this, just in some spots. Not all of them. Just areas where I want like a softer blend to happen between colors. So where it's wide, I think I want a softer blend, and then where it's narrow, I don't want a soft blend, right? And this is just water. I'm just adding water. But please do like follow me and stuff. I'd love to have more followers. I think I'm weird. Something that'll make you chuckle from time to time as you work and listen to me. I think that's what most people seem to do is work and listen. Maybe you yourself like broadcast and stuff, which is cool. Ooh, I got something on it. Where'd that dye come from? It looks like a dark color, so it was probably a blue. It happens. Okay, what color do I want to use first? Ideas? I'm the foggiest. I'm nervous. I'm not normally nervous. Let's go green, emerald, teal. Yep, that's our pattern. Green, emerald, teal. Easy peasy. I'm going to add a little bit in the center here because I want this to be a little bit gentler. All right, in the bag it goes. So I reduce my mess at least a little bit. Hi Anna, have a good nap. I'm getting ready to add the bright green in. You know what? I'm gonna get, why didn't I think of this sooner? I'm gonna get some pipettes. Pipettes. Yeah. So I'm going to use this emerald green and I'm just going to insert it into everything around here. Can you see that? Emerald green first, because why not? It's going to take a lot of dye. I kind of like that. All right, now we squeeze it together, right? I don't know. Not bad. That's a good looking green. Yeah. Yeah. Emerald green pipettes. Yeah, this shirt's going to be pretty cool. I agree with that. The greens are really coming out well. Now let's go to emerald green. Which I'm going to do in the center here. And then I'm going to go to teal. It's going to be sweet. Using the pipette to pick up the colors and then drop it in. There we go. You can even see it like feeding along, growing. It's kind of fun. Feeding these in, dropping the colors into the seams. Still won't get everywhere, I'm pretty sure. Even if I can get it like deep in there. It's just the nature of tie-dye, right? That one just kind of went in. That's funny. Ooh, here we go. See, it's starting to bleed through. That's what we want. Look at this. Yeah, buddy. It's gonna be cool. I think. What do you think? There we go. Let's twist that around just a bit. Kind of really push those dyes in there. And then I'm going to switch to the teal. Kai is one of my best friends, for sure. I have a lot of really good friends because I've built a support network. One of my best friends is in Alabama. One of them is in Virginia. I've got friends all over because I moved around a lot growing up. But Kai is definitely one of my absolute closest friends. Definitely up there with best friend. Sometimes we walk together, so we get our exercise in. But we're pretty good at, you know, still keeping it like, we work together, right? But we're still also good friends. Really work that teal in. And no matter what blue I put on this, it's probably going to end up looking green because of that yellow that's so strong underneath, you know? I'm going to tilt this over just a smidge. I think I was getting out of camera. You're fine. You can ask whatever questions you want. Right now I'm just concentrating. Trying to make sure the dye ends up where I want it. And you can ask whatever questions you want, especially if I'm not talking, like, because that means I should be talking, because what's the point of me doing this work and all this color and stuff if I'm not talking? You know, I can do it like without talking and not be on Twitch, and it's a lot easier for me. So if I'm here, I better be talking. For sure. At least that's my opinion. Working and putting these colors in here real nice, because they're gonna do good things for me. This is gonna be a great set of colors for me to wear. Me and my redheadedness. I do well with emeralds. Any jewel tone, really. Really get that in there. Make sure I get some nice colors going. One shirt? I don't know. That's a good question. I just keep going with it until it looks good. If it doesn't look good and it never looks good, I just dye it black. That's the joy of this process, is if it does like totally bomb, you can like kind of recover it a little bit with some different techniques. A little bit. Most people would just do this with all the dyes all at once and like just let them blend and do weird things, and that is not my jam. I like to have a lot more control. So, you know, maybe a week to get a shirt done with all the layering and stuff that I do, if that makes sense. As I continually end up outside of the camera. There we go. Right now you can see everything I'm doing. It's a lot of work. Yeah, well, it doesn't have to be. It can be as much work as you want it to be or don't want it to be. I make it a lot of work because that's my personality. It's all about whatever your personality is. Most people really do just do all the colors all at once, and it still looks amazing. I'm a little bit of a control freak, so I don't do that. You know, there's nothing wrong if that's how you want to work. By all means, work that way. It's just not how I work. Trying to get this all in there. I'm worried I'm gonna have to go get more dye, like from the corner over there. I have the dye personally, like in my possession. I just might have to walk over there and get more of it. Looking, I think I've got more of the emerald. It'll be fine. I tend to make my projects more work than they need to be. You don't have to if you don't want to. See, as I add more of that green back in there, really work it. That's just, all right, we're gonna go crazy. Are you ready for the crazy? I'm really putting a lot of dye in now. I get a little scared when I start going crazy like this, but I often end up with good results for doing something like this. By putting it all in. I tend to work a little tentatively, a little slowly sometimes. Ooh, there we go. There we go. Twist that down. Get that dye in there. And that ought to do it. Give it a nice look. Do the same thing here. Ooh, here we are. Here we are. Now it's working. Do you see that? The fading that's happening? Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Let's twist the sleeve. Yeah. Let's throw some of the blue in. I want some of the blue in here. And some of the teal. Yeah, like that. See? I'm just going to do fun things. And then pick up anything that's spilling, because I just want the dye in the shirt, right? So pick it up. Let's see. That needs shaking. Much better. Let's pick up some teal and throw that in there. How about that? Ooh, there it goes. See, and as I twist it, it'll make some nice dyeing, patterny stuff. The twisting is important, I think. Pushes the dye around. Nice. This is really looking good, in my opinion. Let's add a little teal up in here. Right. And add some of the blue. Yeah. See, it's going to be really lovely. Quite lovely. Let's do it through here now. Getting all these colors in all the seams. Twisting to get that look, that tie-dye look. And the look is so important. Getting that dye in there is a little bit of a challenge, but it's always worth it. You twist it so that dye gets everywhere it needs to go, right? And then we'll add just a smidge of this dark blue. What is the dark blue? I don't remember anymore. So it gives it a nice twist. If you apply the dye in a straight line, when you have a twist, when you undo it, you'll have a twist there. It's kind of cool. See? And I'm gonna twist it so it gives it a nice bleeded fade. Yeah, buddy. See? And that's gonna be awesome. All right, now for this section, which I'm going to do in, I think, the blue mostly. I'm gonna pour that blue in there. What do you think? Yeah, and then add some green over here on this side so it gets all in there. And twist. Work those dyes out. Not really out, but you know, so that, I don't know how to describe it. So that you get the wrinkles. You want the wrinkles. The wrinkles are going to make this the best thing. You follow? I think I follow. I hope I know what I'm doing. Yeah, like that, see? And then add more green down here. Just to really even it out. And I'm going to add that dark color through a stripe to really emphasize the twisting I added. See that? And it should, theoretically, be beautiful. Keep your fingers crossed for me, will ya? Cool. And I'm going to leave this tightly woven, tightly twisted, so that those colors are slow to dry. I'm going to do that on purpose. That's what I'm telling myself. So that I can get some nice striping and some even color. Twist, twist, twist. Twist everything. And let's add some more of that dark blue in a stripe. And we're not going to affect it afterwards so that it makes that stripe I want. It's going to twist. It is going to twist. This I know. This is known. Cool. Right? And we're going to put it back in this bag and we're going to let it dry. Okay, maybe I should rubber band the whole thing so it kind of stays like this. And we're going to let this dry. This is going to take a long time to dry. You and me for a moment? That's fine. Okay, and now yep, there it is. It's in the bag. And we're going to put it someplace warm so that it dries. But not too close to the fire. And I'm covered in dye, and that's life. That's my life. Color covered at all times. Color covered at all times. I keep these small containers, even though they're like empty. I have the refills, the big ones, because when I'm working with kids, they can't handle the big bottles. So little bottles are good for little hands. So I keep those around and refill them on the regular. Teal goes here, emerald green goes here, bright green goes here. Oh, I may be actually low on the bright green. I'm not seeing any bright green. Teal. Ooh, that's a color I need to order. Whoa! It's the only color I don't have. Bright green. I just use a lot of it too. Rag to clean up my mess. Yeah, clean up the mess, clean up the mess. And I'm gonna get some water up in those, move my examples over. Wow, I gotta order emerald green. I had no idea I was so low on it. Oopsie. All right, let's put this away. Clean up dyes. Let's take a look at this one real quick. Where's this going? What do you think? Taking a look. It's feeding up, which is what I wanted. Should be careful touching this with the green. Maybe I should just switch gloves. I don't really want green on this project. Your internet's bad. Yeah, that happens, right? Like, you only get so much like upload speed or download speed. I just, because of the 24-hour readathon, had to up my internet speeds considerably, which is why I think you're getting a good picture from me now. I have the fastest upload speeds I can purchase in my area. I don't have fiber or anything like that. That would be swell. Ooh, of course, I got dye on my watch. So I'm going to take that off and clean it. I thought I did really good at not getting dye on myself today. It's fine. All right, now to this, for the rag, raggy, raggy, raggy rag. I'm going to spray my watch, and I'm going to spray this area. And I'm going to clean that up. Oh, it came right off. Oh, good. I got red oil paint on my watch the other day, and had to buy a new strap. It was gross looking. So that's why I now have a glittery, kind of semi-transparent strap. All right, let's put that aside. Let's pull this out and drain it. What do we think is going to happen? And we're going to leave it tied like this in the hopes that we get a cool pattern from it. Yeah? And we'll do both ends, right? Because it's going to meet in the middle where that gray is. I'm just going to twist them like this. And maybe put another rubber band on it. Do I have another rubber band? I have another rubber band. Put it on. Wrap this on. And I'm going to put another one here. Like this. Bent it over so it holds the twist, right? And so if you bend it over on itself, I hope it will hold that twist. That's the theory. That is the theory. Look at that. Okay? Nice, even twists. And now I'm going to come in with some black. All right? We're going to get some black up in here. Straight up black. Straight up black. Are you ready for this? I don't know if I am. I didn't even use black before. I used gray before. Straight up black. Said you like black and blue. I'm going for it, okay? I'm just doing it here and wherever it bleeds to. All right? So I can get a cool twist. All right, that's it, I think. Oh, some of course is bleeding on the other side, and that's okay. But that's it. That's what we're doing. No more, okay? Twist it. Clean it up a bit. And put it in the bag to take a slow dry. And let's wipe it up. Should be interesting. Clean up the dye from my work table. Put the black dye back. All right, and I'm gonna run and check my mail real quick and see if those straps have come in yet. I'm really waiting on these straps to be able to make decisions. There we are, cleaning all that up. And look, I used a lot of this up. So that'll be helpful. Okay, take off the gloves. Throw it over here. Oh, and I got some through my glove. Okay, and let's check Facebook real quick to see if anyone of my photography friends replied. Oh, my seeds have been delivered. And okay. No luck. Cool. No luck, really. But my seeds have been delivered. Oh, and maybe the straps. All right, I'll be right back. I am gonna go check my mail. I have a be right back message. I'm gonna put up. I'll be here. I'll be here. Oh, can you hear me? You might be able to still hear me. That's funny. I'm learning. And I'm back. So now I go back into my 3-camera view and hope it works again. Okay, so my straps came in, which means I can finish the development and sketching for this bag. Which is super exciting. Now, it would be easier if one of my friends, my photography friends, would actually get back to me about what the bag's system looks like to them. So here's the straps. And it has this and okay, so this is what I thought it was. I'm gonna move my camera up so you can see while I'm floating in the air. So it unzips here, and then this thing will loop through, go in. Okay, I see. And then you adjust that depending on the height of what you want going on. That's interesting. Okay, and then where does this must, that's that other strap that they like used to like adjust the angle of the bag. Cool. And it's really stiff through here, but with a little bit of stretch, that'll be nice so it doesn't bang as much. With loops here to attach things, that's nice to always be able to attach things. And they said a phone pocket, which I think is hilarious because my phone doesn't fit in there. Again, not big enough. Not even a little bit. So I'm surprised that a photography brand like Shimoda wouldn't realize that creatives tend to use bigger phones. Hilarious. I'm not super impressed with them overall as a brand, just in terms of responsiveness, but we'll see how this thing fits. I'm going to take my case off my phone. Let me see if I can remember how to do it. And see if my phone will fit without the case on. I do have some smaller cases. It's fairly new for me, so I keep an OtterBox on it until I'm used to it, because for me, it seems like I'm always breaking my phone right when it's brand new. So at the risk of breaking my phone in the first few weeks of having it, I gotta pull the case off. It's a good case. It stays on. And I don't have strong nails. My nails are not strong, so there's that too. There we go. What do you think? Will my phone fit in the pocket without the case on? Because who goes adventure photographing without a case on their phone? No. Look at this. Okay, so this is a photographer's brand, and they can't fit a basic cell phone in the strap for their... Anyways. Cool. I'll put my wallet there. What about here? I mean, this isn't waterproof, but my phone is. So, okay. So my phone will fit in this bag. It's not a wicking material, I don't think. Look at that. The water rolled right off. That's good. But it, you know, water could get in there and pool for sure. Here we are. I'll put my case back on and see if it fits in there. How did this work again? Okay, here. This part goes here. This part goes there. Here. This part goes here. So yeah, if anyone has a Shimodo bag and can take a picture of what the attachment point looks like for these straps, that would be awesome. That would be really, really sweet. If you're a photographer, calling all photographers, adventure photographers, because that's who they market towards. Oh, it thinks I'm trying to unlock it, so it wants to... Hold on, I gotta do a pin thing. There we go, all better. Yeah. There we go. So here are my straps. I'm gonna rewatch that video where the dude adjusts it. And see if that helps. Just look like something's gonna help me. Not really. I'm gonna mute it and go through real fast. Oh, this is just the... I mean, she's wearing the bag in the whole video, but I can't... Give me... I just... Here we go. So this sideways dude, woman, excuse me. All right. So it's kind of low on the bag, just below the shoulder pivot joint. And then these straps here, they do. Okay, so this should curve down. That's the best photo I have. So this should curve down, and this goes, and then there's some kind of a tightening strap here. I have the buckles I ordered. We may just not use this. I mean, I want to use this. No, I need to design the bag to accommodate that. So how do I do that? Where'd all my buckles go? I bought buckles. Hold on, let me find my buckles. Ooh, that was my hip. Did you hear that? Here we are. So, buckles. Now, what is it attached to down at the bottom? Okay, so will the webbing I own and spent all that time weatherproofing fit in their straps? No. Okay, so they're I'm gonna have to buy 3/4 inch straps. Cool. Let's see if it, oh, that's interesting. The pocket even has like a little drain right here. That's kind of smart. Okay, so my 1-inch straps are too big. Let's measure that. I'm gonna have to re-weather all of that stuff. Give me a ruler. Here, this will work. Make sure this is 3/4. Indeed it is. About 20 centimeters, 3/4 of an inch. I'm pissed that they use 3/4 and not 1 inch. Whatever, it'll be fine. So I'm gonna have to buy that right away. 3/4 inch cotton webbing. I want it in natural color. I don't need 55 yards. Really? So I'm like only gonna be able to get this in like 55 yards. I like need a yard. 1 yard. $1 yard? Anyone? Okay, here's 25 yards for the same freaking price. I don't need 3/8. I want 3/4. I want webbing. Not just ribbon. I need 1 yard. One inch is too big. 3/4 inch. 3/4 inch. Give me 3/4 inch. Not 3/8. This is gonna be great. I could double up the 3/8. That would get me to. That would get me there. But will it be strong enough? The fact that it's listing it as ribbon makes me think no. Don't want tape. Don't want tape. I want cotton webbing. What are the varieties available to me? Sold by the yard. Still, it's the same price. 1/2 inch. Not tape, I want webbing. Thick, heavy cotton. 1 inch. 1 inch is too thick. Give me 3/4. 1 inch, 1 inch, ½ inch. I'm calling it webbing at least. 1 1/4, that will make my life harder. Okay, we may not be able to do this with cotton, so I'm gonna do webbing 3/4. See if I can get it in blue. I don't want tape, I don't want, yeah, let's see here. So I don't want royal blue. I have, this appears to be a navy blue to me. Or like a graphite blue. So 10 yards. Ugh, I don't need that much. We'll add it to the cart and hopefully find something different. Tree guying, huh? Arbor supplies, that's not what I want. 3/4, 5 yards, mountain nylon webbing. Oh. 3/4 reflective. Oh, I could make those reflective. Not, I mean, they're under my arms. That's not bad. Make it a contrast thing. It's got little reflective pieces in it. What color reflecting? Should I use red? So the fabric I plan on doing my liner out of is this. I think it's real pretty. I did some masks out of it. I could just do straight blue. Hot pink is fun, but it doesn't match this. The yellow's too bright. Lime green, blaze orange, black. Let's go with this blue. 5 yards. $15.95. Okay, whatever. I'll add it to the cart and think about it. This is frustrating. Hugely frustrating. As I figure out what it is I'm doing. 1 roll, 10 yards. I don't need that much. Heavyweight nylon tubular webbing. It's probably excessive. Polyester webbing with hearts on it. Sewing webbing. Let's look at that. So, black, blue. Is this reflective? I don't know. I need less than 25. The blue is a little bright. Put black on it, no one would know. $100 no, I don't need that much. $13.95. We'll add that to the cart and see what else is available. Heavy nylon webbing. It says no minimum required. Navy. That's what I want. And 1 yard. $7.25. Okay. I guess that'll work. Are there any other attachment points that I should be thinking of? Because it's gonna be like this, right? And then it'll fit here. Cool. I'm happy with that. I don't see any other attachment points. There's 3 attachment points. Okay. Cool. Let's Make sure I pick the best thing. I don't know that I have yet. Super annoying. Oh, and I need 3/4 inch buckles then, because I got 1-inch buckles. I just need like 1 3/4 inch buckle. I don't think I need metal. I don't feel like dealing with TSA more. I'm gonna need 2 of them. So here's 2 of them. Do they have like a weight rating? Not that I like plan to, you know, carry 500 pounds on my back, but I'd like to know what they can handle. No weight rating. We'll have to see. All right, let's check our cart. What all do I have going on? What do you think? Reflective stuff? Should I get reflective? Hey, Maddie. Maddie U9. How you doing? It's a little boring right this second. I'm having to shop for stuff because the straps I ordered don't quite fit my bag. Glad you're here. I'm an artist, and I'm making a bag. I need a water-resistant, TSA compliant for a carry-on women's bag for a 17-inch laptop, and nobody makes that. So I'm working on it. Oh, you're smoking. Huh. Well, you can do that. I'm just here for entertainment. I make stuff all day long, so I thought I'd start broadcasting on Twitch to just show people what it is I do all day as an artist. And right now it's making a bag. You can see I have some denim hanging up here. I'm making the bag out of reclaimed cotton jeans. I spent most of yesterday waxing them with otter wax to make them water resistant. And I used this much on the bag, so that I only have this much left. You know, that was the whole bar. And I think I need to do it again because I just did my water test and it rolls off, but if it pools, it kind of sinks in. And as a laptop bag, I don't want that. So, thanks. I'm gonna have to do that again. I've ordered more wax to do that again. Oh yeah? Do you hike? Do you know anything about bags? Ooh, are you a photographer by chance? And do you own any shimodo bags? You're Italian, so you speak. I speak good English. I try very hard. I'm American, so sometimes my English isn't the proper Queen's English, but I think I communicate okay, reasonably. Yeah, so I have these straps. They just came in, and I'm gonna make my bag to go with these straps because these are well-made women's straps, and I think they're gonna be really great. But no one would send me a picture. Am I sad with you? Why would I be sad with you? Nana, I'm not sad with you. I'm focused. I'm focused because I've hit a problem with my supplies and I don't know how to fix it, and I'm trying to think through it. Yeah. I don't know how to fix this yet. Yet. The word is yet. No, Anna, you're adorable, and I'm glad you're here, along with Maddie U. Did you have a good nap? Good nap, rather? So, yeah. So I'm just trying to figure out how to do this. And my head hurts a little bit from thinking about it. From what I can tell from the bag pictures, the attachment points are angled, but I don't know how angled. And I need to sew those straps on before I sew the bag together. Oh, that sucks. You get disrupted or something else? Okay, we're gonna... We don't need that. We don't need that. I'm looking at webbing. I've got 2, so do I get like extra webbing and end up with 10 yards? No, I don't need 10 yards. I need 1 yard at the most. So I'm gonna buy that. You know what else I need? I need snaps. I'd like it maybe to be the rivet kind. Maybe. No, I need like straight up snaps. Rust proof. I would like them to be on the bigger side. Oh, a set of 200 magnetic snaps. Ooh. I like that idea. What do you guys think about magnetic snaps? I do have a small set of... Ooh. Yeah, loud music outside can be challenging. Is it people just like enjoying nice weather or something else going on? Actually, so loud music, it's not at or in, it's on the street. Yeah, you would think at the street or in the street would be right, but it's not. We say there's live music on the street. Yeah. English is not the friendliest in terms of prepositions like that. You could also just say there's live music outside, on the street, coming from cars. I've heard Italian can be difficult too. I bet it is. English is also... So, Maddie, is Italian your first language? Oh, so it's just people enjoying the weather. That can be a challenge. Are there noise laws where you're at? Probably not for this hour, though, if they were. Most people don't sleep during the day. Those of us with narcolepsy do. Italian's your first. Yeah. English is my first language. I know a little bit of German, a very small amount. But I'm one of those Americans that, you know, just speaks English. I speak science. No. Science isn't another language. It's a technical aspect, but that's about it. What brings you here today, Maddie U9? Do you like creative stuff? Do you make stuff? Magnetic snaps. Pastime? Cool. That's cool. So these are my magnetic snaps that I have. Already. I would sew them into the hem of each Oh, you're in lockdown. Yeah. We're how strict is your lockdown? We can go outside with ours. They tell us they don't want us to go to bars or hang out with people at their houses, but people still do. Um, so you have a late night hour and you can't go. I see. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Our bars are not closed. They're like have distancing rules. Um, I don't go to the bar. I'm a compromised person. I got my second shot this weekend, so in 2 weeks, I'm I can travel, and I'm going. My grandparents need help, so that's why I need a laptop bag so I can still do this and travel. My grandparents need help, and they are thousands of miles away, so I need to fly to them. Yeah, so here no one wears masks outside for the most part. Not, but in stores, they've lifted our mask mandate. Like you don't have to wear a mask in stores, but all the stores themselves are requiring it. The government isn't requiring it. Uh, so that's stupid. Um, I wear a mask when I'm out on the street, even when I'm exercising and riding my bike. One, I've discovered it really gets rid of allergies. It's really nice if you get allergies. And it's a great signal to the people around you that you don't want people near you. Because for some reason, everyone wants to talk to me when I don't have a mask on, and they don't respect 6 feet. It's like they don't know how to measure. So I really like my space. So if I keep a mask on, like, the ones I make, and they're cute, right? All the things I love on them, and then people stay away from me. See, I've got like, my mask has like scissors on it, it's got paint on it, it's got keys and pencils, fruit, insects. I love insects. Um, Eyeballs, oh, wrong side, eyeballs, birds, ice cream. I think there's cupcakes on some of these. Um, Strawberries, even though I'm allergic, I am allergic to strawberries, but I love them. Your mask of cats. I have lots and lots of masks. I have masks with this material. It's a nice Swedish design. I have lots and lots of masks. That's today's mask. I'm trying to see, do I have any others on me? No, I don't. But yeah, I yeah, I went through an OCD phase um, with with everything that was going on. My anxiety really triggered some OCD, and all I could do for weeks was make masks. So I made masks, and I gave them to all my friends and donated them to different charities and organizations that really needed it. Yeah, Maddie, I'm glad you're here. I hope things get easier for you. Have you heard what's happening in India? Like they don't even have oxygen anymore. Like people are dying because they can't put them on oxygen. It blows my mind. Poor India. I feel really bad for them. There's a lot of people really hurting there, and they're charging for the vaccine in India too, which means only wealthy people can get it. It's so hard. So very hard. Meanwhile, I'm talking about making a bag for my laptop. But it is what it is. Now I have two friends watching me. Yeah, I love it. I am super excited that you guys are watching me. I'm I'm new. I'm very new to Twitch. Uh, I had to start learning it for a fundraiser for my library, and figured I could try this because I'm making this stuff anyways all day long. Yay, thank you. Thanks for following, Maddie. I'm so glad you're here. I promise I always broadcast on Wednesdays, like starting at 2:30 for as long as I can. Right now, because I'm working on a big project, I'm broadcasting even more. Yay! I think that brings me up to 7 followers. So that's cool. Seven total followers. I'm growing. um, we just got done tie-dyeing some shirts. So like I painted this shirt. This is my tie-dye shirt. And while I've been thinking about the bag stuff and waiting for the straps to arrive. Trying to think. I'm gonna need snaps. Do I really want to go magnets? I'm thinking I don't, because I think I might be putting metal stuff in this bag. Now that I think about it, I think I'm gonna go mechanical snaps. Nylon snaps. Nylon snaps. It is 4:33 p.m. Where we are, so it's still sunny and bright out. And it's probably nighttime where you are. Yeah, well, at that hour, yeah, it's gonna be nighttime, right? Yeah, we're not gonna do magnets. I was thinking magnets, but I changed my mind. Yep, we're gonna get these snaps. Should I go for 10mm snaps? They're a little bigger. Yeah, because as I get older, my hands will be able to do less. I'm planning on being old. Let's order this. This will do it. This will do what I need. And I need to get fast. And yeah, so I have to enter a PO number so my studio manager knows it was me who ordered it. B, this is my second order of the day. Send it to the studio. And what is the fastest I can get this? Really? Oh, I'm gonna need it faster than that. That's annoying. It's not gonna get to me till Thursday, like next week, which just does not work for me. Ugh. I need it faster. I need it much faster. No, don't dye your eyes. Eyes don't dye very well. My eyes are weird. They're like blue on the outside and yellow on the inside. But thank you. I am very lucky to have my eyes. It's the way they came. Although I'm pretty blind. I am wearing contacts. Sometimes I wear glasses, and I like big, like cat eye glasses with glitter on them. Anything loud and colorful is my jam. Thank you very much. I do appreciate that. It's very sweet of you guys. I need more webbing. Webbing 3/4 inch. Preferably 1 yard, but you know. Ooh, rainbow. Oh, it's a dog leash. I mean, I could cut up a dog leash. I could totally cut up a dog leash. Should I do it rainbow? I think I should do it rainbow. It should be rainbow, shouldn't it? Yeah, I'm gonna cut up a dog leash. Found it. Yes, it needs to be rainbow. Absolutely. And it's a good rainbow match to this too, because it's like red, orange, a golden yellow, a light green, and a blue that matches this. This is hilarious. And it is $5.99. Oh, $6.99. I'm gonna get a 6-foot one, and 2 yards, about 2 meters, and that I'm gonna cut up a dog leash. That will solve everything. It will literally solve everything. I'm gonna get 2 of them just in case I screw up one. And all right, now tell me this is prime, and it will get to me faster than that other stuff. 20, 21, 423, order B. And I'm making the order. Yep, deliver there. Now, can we get this to me faster? I need this Sunday. Oh, and the dog leash won't get here till Friday. Next Friday. That doesn't work. Kai will probably be in this evening. You guys probably won't see her because I've got an adult class to teach tonight, one of the paid for classes. So Kai will probably come in, you know, late after that class. Oh man, rainbow dog leash. Let's find rainbow dog leash. Rainbow dog leash, 3/4. Okay, I don't need it to light up, but light up is cool. Here's a different one. That one's $50. What? Who does that? I need this like Friday. When can it get to me? Okay, here's one 6 foot. We'll add this to the cart and see when it'll get to me. Here's like a really long one, 30 feet, and it's cheap. It's $10. Very similar. Okay, so I probably only need 15 feet. Yeah, let's do that. I can cut that up. All right, now I have like a bunch in my cart, and hopefully one of them will get to me this weekend. Yeah? Right? Surely one of these will get to me this weekend. She have my age? Kai, I don't want to like give out too much about her. She's older than I am, actually. And I don't need to answer that call. So, which of these is going to get to me by this weekend? Let's find out. Do the date again. It's my second order of the day. And yes, send it to my studio. And okay. No, June is not okay. So those are good. 6 feet rainbow. Okay. They are not making this easy. Whatever happened to Prime actually meaning it delivering in 2 days? Anyone? Oh, it's fine. I don't mind talking about Kai. Just like identifying stuff, you know, I don't want to like drag her into this. You know, she didn't want to be on camera last night, so we won't drag her into it. You're fine. I won't give away anything she does. She's uncomfortable with. And so for Maddie, Matt Yu, there we go. That's probably it. Kai is my studio manager. So I'm an artist here and I'm a little harebrained and I make messes and I need someone to keep me organized. Kai keeps me organized. And Kai also has a studio assistant who does things for her. So, whatever happened to Prime meaning it would actually get here quickly? Anyone? Like, for real. None of these are going to get to me in time. We'll keep looking. I need Prime. Ooh. What is that? Rainbow paws. I don't want paws. That's too much. I mean, I like dogs and all. I love dogs. But, I mean, I could go hearts, but I've already got this flower fabric picked out, and that's what I want to go with. So it's amazing that getting a leash is cheaper than buying a yard of this material. That's just hilarious. So I need it here. Let's click the Prime button and maybe that will help me get what I need. So I need it to be 3/4 of an inch. No excuses. Yeah, why is that leash $50? That makes no sense. So that one will get here Wednesday. That's still not quite enough. Gosh, do I have 3/4 webbing lying around somewhere? I might. I'll have to ask my husband. We probably have something. I'm not gonna get all this in time. Why do I do this to myself? You know, I really do. I'm like, I need to do this. Bye, Anna. Love you too. I'm glad you're here. Do what you gotta do. Clean your house. Got any questions about being an artist, Maddie? You? By chance? Ooh, this one will get to me by Sunday, April 25th. Okay. This could work. It's cute. It's acceptable. All right, we're adding it. A little more on the expensive side, but I'll take it. My light went out. I'm gonna have to refresh my light. Reflective isn't a bad idea, but I don't think that where that webbing is gonna show up will really matter for reflectiveness. Okay, now hopefully something will get to me on time. What do you think? Yeah, I paint things. If you watch some of my older streams, you can see some of my watercolor. Like I have a really big watercolor painting here that I work on from time to time. It's just that I need to get this bag done. So here's the giant watercolor I'm working on. It's huge. Quite big for a watercolor. I'll work on it tonight with the adult class that I teach. So if you go to my website, unchartered.org, you can see I do like classes. And on Friday nights and Wednesday nights, I do this like private art lesson where I do a demo once a month and, you know, just kind of try to show people how to do things that I think is going to be helpful for them. And then like the following 3 weeks each month, I watch other people work and give them tips and try to help them get better. So Friday nights is the adult class. Wednesday is the like young adults and kids class. So, yeah, you should keep drawing. Always, always keep drawing. Keep painting. Don't stop. Never, ever stop. There's no reason to stop. Ever. Do you believe me? Oh, you know what I could do? I could use a D-ring, attach with my webbing that I have, and then attach that, the rainbow, to this. Oh, I didn't think of that. I just, Oh, I kind of like that idea. D-ring. Yeah, so you should. Like, it's good for you as a human being. What do you do for work? Like, do you work? What do you get to do all day? Like, if you're not an artist, like, it's important that you stretch that side of your brain, and like, it will help you at whatever job you do. Can I get a D-ring? I need prime because I need them fast. Does it have to be a D-ring? Can it be something else that I can slip on after it's sewn on? Ooh, that's cool. Yeah, wine and liquors. I bet that's probably booming right now. I like nature too. I used to mountain bike myself, but I've got nerve injury, so I can't sit on a normal bike. I ride a recumbent these days. I think there are a lot of like old men in Italy that ride recumbents. I like hiking as well. Um, yeah, so I've got this is my place. This is my studio. It's an old 1890s house built way, way back in the day. And this is the carriage house. So back where they used to, it's the second floor of it. So they used to store the hay up here. So I cleaned up this space and turned it into my studio. It smelled of diapers before. I know, great, right? Um, I just had an idea. Would that work? A D-ring, so I don't have to wait for it. I could do just 1-inch webbing, fold it in. I bet that would work. D-ring. Do I really want plastic though? Well, I don't, yeah, I think I want plastic. I don't want it to be green. I do want it to be maybe blue, but I'll settle for black. Olive trees are fun. Can't grow those here. It sounds like you're in a much warmer climate. Like I'm stretching it to grow figs. I grow a special variety of figs. I've only had like one really good fig off of it yet, but I've only been doing it for a few years, so we'll get there. Get some nice figs. The fewer attachment points, like the fewer, the better. How do I do this? I've never made a bag before, so I am really learning. So you can, so that's what I want, right? Oh, what is that? Flat dual adjustable quick slide release. Slides. Plastic slides. I probably want plastic slides. One inch. I don't need 30 of them. Two-pack would be good. Yeah. That way I can sew the strap on and wait for the D-rings. Oh, you can grow papaya. Nice. And it's warm. See, like I was excited because my temperature today hit the low 50s, so I was able to go for a bike ride without freezing. Um, and that was warm because, you know, we literally had snowfall yesterday. Um, oh man, that sounds really nice. Figs do grow well in the south of Italy. Yeah, it's a challenge here. Um, it's a real challenge. Like it's such a challenge. I name my trees. My first fig tree is Figgy Smalls. Um, and then I've got Notorious FIG. And then I've got Snoop Figgy Fig, and we're trying, you know, because we have to cut our fig trees back each year because it's so cold. We're trying to root them, the cuttings that we had to take, and we're thinking like maybe Figgy Minaj and Figgy Azalea will be the rootings. Yeah, it's cold here. Like our daffodils are just starting to die along with our hyacinths, and our tulips are just coming out. If that gives you an idea of where we are in the growing of things. If you like olive trees, you probably like growing things. What else do you grow? What else do you grow? I'd be very interested to know. Will these get here in time? Okay, you can grow tomatoes, but the trick is to get any tomatoes, you have to start them indoors. So I have two indoor like pieces of furniture that I've converted into like little grow huts. So I have an old curio cabinet that my husband painted and sealed up for me, and we replaced the broken glass in, and I put LED lights in, melamine. Yeah, I grow carrots. Carrots grow well. Carrots grow really well. So does Swiss chard or beets. They grow really well. And so you have to start your tomatoes super early indoors, and they have to get big before you can put them out. Potato. You can. I grew potatoes last year, and it was too much work. Um, car, carcif, carcifi. I don't know. Carchofi. I don't know that one. Yeah, carrots definitely. I do grow a lot of peppers, but I have to start those indoors as well. I like spicy peppers. I grow a couple varieties that are good in colder climates, like some Hungarian peppers. Um, I don't know what all of those are. A lot of people around here grow eggplant. I'm not a huge fan. They grow cucumbers. I grow a few cucumbers. I don't like zucchini, so I don't grow zucchini. Um, what else do I grow? Tomatoes, beans. I grow a lot of beans, green beans. Yeah. No, you're like in one of the best growing climates in the world. Like you can grow lemons, man. You can probably grow avocado. Uh, oh, and artichokes. Artichokes. Yeah, I have to get quick growing beans. So I'll probably do a Twitch stream from my garden one day. It's really cool to see all the things that can grow when you do it carefully and warmly. Hence I have, yeah, I just finished a project that I hope I did record it. I didn't do it live because it took a long time, but I'm hoping to edit it down and I'll post it to YouTube or something where I took an old GE radio console from 1950 and it's like got a tabletop opening record player like setup, and I took all the guts out of it and I painted it in oil paint, and then I put lights in it so you can lift it up and you can see all this stuff growing, and then you can close it. So I've got two seedling growing areas with LED grow lights in it now. And I don't live in a large place. This is a multifamily. It has two apartments on it, and we live in one. So, but the yard is big. That's why we bought the place. Yeah, I really like growing things. But and then my friends in the country aren't growing things in their garden, so they're letting me take it over. So I'm going to do a traditional Native American Three Sisters planting of corn, squash, and beans. Um, so I'm going to try that for the first time. And I love fava beans. So I haven't grown them super successfully here, but I'm trying. And I'm growing some at their place because I'm going to see if maybe it's just my setup's too warm because I'm in the city. It gets a little warm. So the fava beans like cool weather. So I'm going to try to grow them on their country-ish. Like they have a couple acres of land. Um, that sounds delicious. I'm doing early jalapenos this year, a black Hungarian hot pepper, and then the Peruvian yellow pepper did really well for me. My husband likes to make shrub out of it, so he like soaks it in vinegar and then puts it in soda. um, yeah, we're a little odd, but that's okay. That's totally okay. All right, so I like the look of this one. We're gonna get rid of this one, and then we're gonna see if these things will ship to me in time. If they ship to me in time, I'll get them and I can make a little strap with a like D-ring type situation. Let's see, what's gonna get to me in time? Here the truth tells. I can't do the 28th, people. Snap buttons. Okay, I can do that. Yeah, so those slides, I'm gonna have to take those. Hey Pro, whatever. Delete those. Let's see what happens. No, I need to know when. When will it get to me? Hey. Amarillo was really good? Ah, okay. Good to know. But yeah, for you though, you can grow just about any pepper. I have to be like choosy. I'm growing a Carolina Reaper pepper that I started on December 25th in my little greenhouse. It just started putting out flowers, so I'm having to pluck the flowers before I put it outside. So I'm a little worried about it. I'm doing a paprika pepper this year as well, so that'll be tasty eating, and we can dry it and grind it up and use spices. So that'll be cool. Very cool. Oh man, it is 5 p.m. here. Wow. Okay. This I can do. This I can do. Ooh, maybe one of my photography friends has... I could call Hans. He's right. Ooh, speaking of produce, apparently it's time for me to build my grocery box. Yeah, the Carolina Reaper, it's not for eating at all. It's going to be for cooking with. You can use such small quantities of it to spice things, and we really like spicy food, so it'll be good. My husband, like I said, my husband soaks it in vinegar with like lemons and other flavors, sometimes pineapple, and then you can add it to seltzer water. And you know, if you want it sweet, you can add honey or something to it, and it makes a really good drink, but very spicy. He really likes excessively spicy. I like spicy, not excessively spicy. I have my limits for sure. Yeah, I don't need I don't need excessive spice. But I got it for him for Christmas, so I thought he'd really enjoy that. Hey, speaking of pineapple, apparently I can add pineapple to my grocery delivery. That's gonna be fun. We'll see if it gets to me without being too bruised. That would be really nice. Oh, the watermelon sold out. Of course it did. Now let's get some vegetables. Brussels sprouts. I love Brussels sprouts. Yeah, I don't need corn. I'm gonna grow my own. Oh, more artichokes. Yes, please. Yeah, some cucumber, more collard greens, more Swiss chard. Their mushroom prices are no good. We won't do mushroom. Ooh, purple daikon radishes. That sounds good. Some sweet potatoes, bell peppers. Yeah. Ooh, and poblanos. That'll make for a great setup. Okay. Sorry, my grocery order came in. Yeah, I like mid to extra spicy. Like I did I don't know if you know what the one chip challenge is. Um, it's one chip that's so spicy it makes people cry and keel over on the floor. Um, I did it. I ate it. I survived. It was fine. My eyes watered up, and I did drink water in it because I'm not an idiot. I don't need chemical burns in my face. Um, we don't need that. But yeah, fun stuff. All right, I gotta design this bag. So now that I know what I need to do, let's design this bag. You're gonna see some active designing going on camera. Let's see. Let's give you a better view. Oop, hope I didn't turn off that camera. No, but I changed the color setting. Seems fine. Let's bring it here. All right, so you're gonna see two angles of what I'm designing here. It needs to be at an angle. That I have figured out. I don't know what the angle is that I need this thing to be at. For the straps. So if I wipe this down so you can see me and I can sit down because I've been standing all afternoon. So we have the bag. It's essentially going to be this. It's going to be a roll top so that it's pretty watertight up top. We're going to have to start talking like real dimensions on this bag. So it's going to be 16 inches wide. I have that. So that's solid. Let's do that in the darker pencil so you can see that. 16 inches wide. Because it's a 14-inch wide laptop. But the question is, how tall does the bag need to be? I don't want to make it super tall, but I need to be able to roll. So how much do I need to be able to roll is the question. I would think somewhere between 4 to 6 inches, right? To roll it. I mean, I'm not looking for watertight. I'm looking for water resistant. So you can see all my other sketches for this bag. And so 19 inches is the minimum height for the bag to get the laptop in there with just a little wiggle room. So at this, we're gonna nail this down. 19 inches for the flap, right? So 19 inches. That's a must. The flap will go in right above, and it's going to be about 2 inches like this, right? Right. I'm using my own shorthand here. So that leaves, so I have 34 inches of material available to me at the top, or total. So 34 subtract 19, we're looking at 21. So I have 21 inches total here to work with, and I can make it shorter. Shorter isn't a problem. But if I make this 19 inches, I need at least 2, right, to like close the bag. And then, what do you think, 6 inches to make a roll top bag? You know, like those watertight bags that you like take kayaking and stuff on water sports that are like actually watertight because they're plastic. I want to do something like that because I think it's going to be as protective as it can. And it's a very, very simple mechanism. Very simple. So if so 2 inches, and then if we make, oh, I wrote 26. Why did I write 26? So if I write 2 inches, and then add 6 inches. That's for the rolling. That's going to be interesting. So that's 8 inches taller. So that would be a total of 27 inches. So let's take a look at what 27 inches is. Like, let's get a physical. Where's my tape measure? Let's see, what is 27 inches? That is 27 inches. If I hold it to myself. And then let's hold it to my back. Like, how? That seems reasonable for a bag size, but with that 6 inches intended to be rolled down. So let's take those 6 inches off. And then where does that hit on me? That feels right. 26 inches feels right. What are the TSA requirements, however? Let's take a look. I wrote those down. 22. Which is just about what I hit. Okay, we're gonna add 9 inches to the 29 inches total. Okay, because that gets me right at the limit of the TSA stuff if I have like 6 inches of roll down material. So that means a total of 28 inches of material, which is great because I've got 34 to work with. All right, the pieces that I'm going to be cutting down from the old jeans I found in the alley behind my house, quite literally. And I really love this texture that happens at the bottom of the jeans. So it smells nice. That auto wax smells really nice. It has no paraffin, silicones, or anything like that. It's like beeswax, mostly. I don't know about mostly. It has beeswax, I'll say that. So if I plan on, so we said 28 total, right? So let's write that down. 28 total. That brings me to 28. Here we are. Move those scissors. They're in my way. So you like to go adventuring. Do you have a backpack, Maddie? You? Matt, you? What do you prefer? Maddie, you? Matt, you? Matt? Maddie? So at 28 inches, we'll want to give ourselves an inch of seam and then an inch of tolerance. Or no, an inch of seam and an inch of tolerance, yes. So that brings us to 30. And then another inch to wrap over on the bottom here. Seam, Mattia? Mattia? Mattia or Mattia? Can you tie or tea? Like tie a knot or I drink tea? Is that helpful? Mattia. Okay. So tie, like tie a knot. Cool, Mattia. I can work with that. I'm Amber Nicole, if you haven't caught that yet. I'm Amber Nicole. So then that's 1 inch, so that's 31 inches total. You like watching an American do math? Ia, Mattia, tea, like drinking tea. Sorry, it's so hard over text. Yes, okay, good. Like drinking tea, Mattia. I can work with that. Now I will probably keep this extra fabric as I'm thinking, because The extra fabric. Oh, this is going to be interesting. I may not need the bottom I cut out because I may have exactly, let's count, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, roughly 6.5 inches, and I need that bottom to be 9 inches. Oh, interesting. I'm not going to need the bottom I cut out. I can just sew this together. So, with that knowledge, we're going to go to 31 inches. And I can't see this marker because I waxed, or this, I need a thicker marker. Chalk. I had some chalk. Where did I put the chalk? Chalk was good. Chalk is very good. Oh. I had some like really nice yellow chalk. It was delightful to use. It was like the perfect shape to use. It was, where did it go? I mean, I can always get other chalk, but, and this is why I have a Kai, right? if you question my need for a Kai, here it is. I found it. Here we go. So we are going to, we'll give it 2 inches at the top. Roll that, right? It's gonna be cute. And then, so the, so we did 31. So if we take the 2 inches off the top, yep, that's looking good. We go to 30 and 31, but I don't need that one anymore, actually, because the bottom is this. The bottom is this, essentially. So to know that I want a 9-inch bottom, and I've got 6 inches of material here, I can overlap it even in the center. That will make it particularly strong. Okay, so with 9 inches, to get to 6, we're going to overlap, right? No, what we have is about 7 inches. There we go. And we got to get it to 9, so it's going to overlap twice, just not in the corners. Which is good because that corner material, oh, never mind. It's just going to make fewer water points in places where water is going to be resting, most likely. So I'm going to sew these together with something that looks like this. Cool. Just a little different than I was planning on. Now, can I round corners? I did design the bag to have a rounded corner. Is that important? That won't quite be possible unless I use my original bottom design. Why do I want rounded corners? So that powders, art supplies, and little things don't end up in the corners. When you have a bag with those corners that are really tight, little things get in the middle. Beads, dust, dirt, liquids. Okay, nope, we're not going to do that. We're going to go to the original. That's why I designed it that way. See, you have to talk through these things, walk through these things. They call it rubber ducking when a programmer does it. So, right, I'm talking through my design here. So if we've got the 2 inches at the top for that fold over, because I want a 28-inch bag so that it will roll down to a TSA compliant 22-inch bag. we're gonna take it at the 30. Right? No, 31. We're gonna take it at the 31. Yep. So that mark is not right, but this one is. And the wax is making this a little harder. There we go. So that's the fold line, that's the cut line. Can you see that? Fold line, cut line. Let's do it on this other side. We can take it to 31. And that's where I'm going to mark it. I am going to cut it. Cool. And I'm just going to fold it over. It's one of the nice things about fabric, and we're not worrying about marring paper. Wait, I must have done something wrong. It doesn't quite line up. We took it to 31 or 30. That's a 31. And that's what we wanted, right? Do you remember for me? There we go. That looks right. And I'm going to fold it. I'm going to run that chalk right at that edge to get that nice straight line. Can you see what I'm doing? So I folded it. Now I'm running the chalk along that fold. It will create a straighter point than if I tried to draw a straight line with chalk. And this is like art chalk. Oh, good. You checked my math. Very good. Drawing a straight line with art chalk is kind of a challenge. But it's what I just have lying around the studio, so I use it. Great, that's where I'm going to cut it. I'm going to end up with just a little bit of fabric left over here with this. And it means I won't get that weird butt pocket darkness that I don't need. So that'll be fun. All right. Ooh, it makes me a little nervous. Can you tell I'm a little nervous to cut this thing? I think it'll be okay. I've taken it so far. I'm going to move my keyboard out of the way, and I think I'm going to cut this. I don't need to measure again because I'm just going to copy this piece. I might have to measure a different piece. Let's move the sketchbook out of the way, move the chalk, put the chalk back where it was the last time, so I looked for it there the first time, right? So when you remember, chalk here, next to the antacid. It makes sense. Scissors, move those out, seam rippers, pencils, move those aside, move my keyboard out of the way, and I'm going to move this camera back a smidge so that you can see what I'm doing, and hopefully not be able to see the mess of my actual computer workstation over there. Put the resist away because I'm not dyeing that right now. Drop the lid in the water, close everything so I don't make a mess. This is why I have a Kai. We've talked about this. Because I'm messy and disorganized. It comes with brilliance. It really does. No, I don't know anything. Okay, now let's lay this out. Should I cut it with scissors or my roller? What do we think? I feel like the roller. It's going to fit, so let's do the roller. I'm going to need that ruler, though, if I'm going to do the roller. We'll do scissors. They're right here. So's the roller, but here we go. I use magnets around my board since I'm on a metal flat file. All right, I'm ready to cut. I'm nervous. I'm nervous. It's gonna be fine. I can always just go buy another pair of jeans at Goodwill. They were $3. So I had to go buy another pair of jeans because the only jeans I have lying around the house are the like stretchy thin women's jeans. So I found the jeans I'm currently cutting, right? Yeah, the Carhartts in the alley behind my house. I don't know why they were there, but they're a nice set of denim, so I thought they'd make a perfect bag. They did have a hole in one of the pockets, like right here, on the other leg, but whatever. I don't need that. The denim smells like beeswax. It's beautiful. All right, let's get the other piece. We'll get it down from up here. Here we are. I hope this is entertaining for you, Mattia. I hope you find it very entertaining, part of your lockdown entertainment. As we work through this, I probably only have about 15 minutes left. for today, I might have 20 minutes because I've got to teach a class starting in about 40 minutes. So I got to like grab a bite to eat. You don't want to see me do that on camera. And fill my water and get set up for my watercolor. Here we go. I'm so glad you find it entertaining. I think I'm pretty funny. No. So I'm a teacher, right? So I'm an artist and a teacher. And teaching it really is, it's like, I was talking with a friend about this the other day. It's like 90% stand-up comedy, and the other is just making sure you tell kids stuff that's real. But maybe that's the problem. Maybe that's the problem with the American education system. What kind? I am a special kind of teacher. I use art to teach science. I think we've segregated art far or subjects too much, and so like kids don't get excited about science anymore because we've taken the fun out of it, and so we end up with, you know, like people who don't always follow scientific guidelines to take care of other people. I've run this company, so unchartered, it's how I do it. I don't teach in schools like a normal teacher. I go to all the schools and run special programs for the kids in like after school stuff, particularly for the disadvantaged kids. So I don't know if your English is good enough to know disadvantage, but it's kids like who don't have a lot. They're on like something we call lunch assistance. So the government pays for their lunch because they may not be getting food at home. And I focus on those kids because I think gifted kids, you know, their parents are going to sign them up for all kinds of programs, but it's the kids whose parents need to work all the time and can't always help them. Yeah, exactly. In this period, much more, but I've been doing it for forever. Yeah, creative thinking needs to happen. And so if I can make kids think creatively, I'm doing my job. So I have a company called Unchartered Tutoring. If you go to unchartered.org, the link in my bio, you can kind of see more of what we do and see some of the kids learning. It's adorable because now that we are doing the video learning, I have recordings of the kids like getting excited and like being wild and exciting. And my Instagram has a lot of really awesome stuff. Actually, if you want the funniest videos, you got to go to Instagram. Like we make like brain hats, and we use zombies to learn about anatomy. It's really great. And you can see one of the lessons that we just recorded where I was teaching the kids about phalanges. It's your finger bones. So dancing phalange. It's really funny. It's on Instagram. You should watch it. Yeah, I think I don't think school is designed well, to say the least. I think it's designed to make factory workers for like the Ford and Carnegies. I don't think it's designed to make a well-established creative workforce, which is what we need these days. So I'm trying to change that. Yeah, good kid, bad kid. Yeah, that's not something we want. There are kids who don't have things at home, and there are kids who do have things at home. And that's the only classification we need. Because we need to know what resources to be able to give kids who don't have anything. And which kids we don't probably need to worry about. That's the thing. So, like, yeah, so I didn't come up through the standard school system in the US. I was homeschooled. So I got this kind of weird education where I could just study whatever. And so I eventually went to college and became a biomedical artist, which is someone who draws all the science and biology within a body, or like scientific drawings of plants, or research videos, 3D modeling, all of that. I can do all of that. And so I combine art and science every day. I worked in the pharmaceutical industry for a long time, but I didn't feel like I was really helping people. So I started a company to help people. And before COVID, I had 8 employees. and we were growing. We were doubling in size every year, and then COVID happened. And of course, you can't have a teacher going between like 10 different schools in a week with a pandemic going on. It's not a good idea. So that hurt a lot. The pandemic really hurt. But we're working it, and we've become better teachers for it from the digital learning. And I now have this set up so I can do Twitch-like stuff. And I don't know, like, here's the sides. This is gonna be the sides of the bag. So like, yeah, so I'm still working it. I'm still working it. You can check us out on the web on our website. I highly recommend it just to see kind of like what kind of classes we're offering right now. And then some adults started getting interested, so I started doing this Friday night art thing, where I help adults with their creative endeavors. And there are a lot of adults who are like stuck in jobs that don't let them be creative anymore, like they like being. So I help those people stretch those creative muscles in their brains so that they can be the creative people they were always meant to be. And it works. It works surprisingly well. But for that class, I do like a subscription model, so it's $50 a month to get the private instruction. And I tailor one class a month into exactly what everyone is doing. And then oh, this should be this way. That's why I'm having trouble. And then I watch the artists work on screen and then give them tips on how to like sit better or draw better or hold their pencil better, so it makes them a better artist. Or, you know, draw what the thing I say the most, and I say it all everywhere, is draw what you see, not what you think you see. It's a big difference. It's a very big difference. That won't blow your mind while you're smoking. Draw what you see, not what you think you see. There's a big difference. Very big difference. And you need to do it in order to draw well and to draw what you think you want to draw. Draw what you see, not what you think you see. But yeah, and you know, they all become friends, and it's a fun time. It's a really fun time. I'm gonna need that measure again to make sure I get that 31, right? We're doing 31 inches. Double check for me. Anyways, there's my lecture for the day. I don't like the way the school system is set up, so I'm trying to change it by doing weird things. And it's working. It's working. Different schools, private schools. Yes, 31 inches. So you know, my goal is to help kids that don't have a lot. But I do such a good job at it that the kids that have a lot, their parents are like, please come to our schools and teach too. So I'm able to like, you know, make the money work to help the kids that don't have a lot by helping the kids that do have a lot. I could probably technically be classified as a charity because of that, but it's financially stable not as one. I'll probably become one day, but for now, this works for me. I hope I do a good job. I try hard. I feel so bad. I feel like COVID took a year away from me with my employees, with the teachers that I hire. Like, I hire weird people, like, because you have plenty of normal everyday people that teach kids, right? You have plenty of those. We need weird people that kids are like, oh, I want to be like them one day, or they're like me, or they look like me, or they talk like me, or they dress like me, or they have an eyebrow ring like I want to have. You know, like, we need different in our school systems. We can't have this monotonousness. Monotony, that's the right word, as I'm talking to people who are hoping to maybe improve their English by listening to me. Monotony is the better word. Yeah, and I believe in what I do. I'm very passionate about what I do, but I have a lot of fun in what I do. So people, you know, notice, parents were like, you know, you could like, you know, you're teaching our kids using this setup so that they can see your hands and work and do experiments, make slime, all kinds of stuff. You know, you could like do this on Twitch. And I'm like, oh, all right, I'll try it. Yeah, you know, there's truth in what you say. There's more truth in it than I want to exist You know what I mean? Like, I don't want it to be true, but it might be true. To a certain extent, right? And it's sad. But I want to give kids more knowledge. That's what I want to do. And I want to make them love the world and the science behind the world as much as I do. Because if they do, then they'll make better, they'll vote for better people, right? Then they'll vote for people that care, right? Yeah, then they keep cutting money to schools, and that's just not what we do. It's not a good idea. Like, most kids in our area only get art in schools once a week, and it's just so wrong. It's so wrong. I can't fix it all, but I can do this, and it's working. Like, some of the school districts have even had me come in and give talks to their city about how I'm doing what I do and how they can use it to save money in schools. So I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Know that there is someone working on this problem. That's all I can say. And I am that person. So, follow me and tell your friends to watch me too, so that I can make more money and reach more kids. This is my whole goal. Make more money, reach more kids, educate more people. The bag I'm making, that's me being a professional artist and like learning things from it. Like, is this wax working? Can I take this into something that I could teach kids? Can I teach kids to make their own book bags? And we can totally use it to talk about hydrophilic and hydrophobic, right? Because we're waterproofing this. So why does wax repel water? It's hydrophobic, right? So there's science in what I'm doing right now. There's geometry in what I'm doing right now and trying to figure out the bag. And there's science in the recycling of the materials. I'm using reclaimed denim and all of that. And then I'm like discovering things. I'm taking time to discover things. Like, I love this texture that develops at the bottom of jeans. And I'm going to use that in my design. So it's all about that. It's all about that. And that's what I want to do. That's what I want to change the world. And I can't change adults. So I'm going to change the kids. Theoretically, if I really believe in myself. So if you believe in me, you keep watching, please. And I promise all the knowledge that I'm learning from doing this kind of a project, I give to the kids. Like, here's a moon. We make moons to learn things. Look at this. And like, this is my demo piece. Like, and we hang it up, use T-pins, and then we use fishing spinners, like, to make sure that it can orbit. Here, I'll tie it up and so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. Like, we can do this, man. We can change the education system. It's hard. And like, when I try to hire people, like, I can rarely hire like regular teachers. Because they're like, you're like doing the Wild West of education. I'm like, yeah, I am. This is not what this is not the normal thing. I know that. I'm okay with that. You've got to be okay with that too if you want to work for me. And yeah, like, I got close to hiring one like real teacher, like someone who worked in the system and like could give me some insider information, but it didn't work out. She was too scared. So I mostly hire people that aren't part of the system. So here we go. So you hang it up here, you connect this to a planet, connect this side, here we go, connect this side to a planet, connect this side to the moon, and then you can spin it and you can talk about orbits and stuff. So it's kind of wild. See, it's hard without the balancing weight, but you make a mobile and we can talk about orbits and spinning and all that kind of stuff. But it's using fishing spinners. So they work really well for this. Anyways, so even this one has one. So we can talk about rotation on an axis. See that? So it's got a spinner here. It's not just the thread. It can keep spinning. We use LEDs. We light it up, make it fun. That's what kids want. They want fun. And learning is fun. Self-discovery. Anyways, I could preach about that for hours, but what I need to do is go grab a really quick bite to eat before my class that starts in like 20 minutes. So I'm so glad you found me today and that you joined me. It was nice to meet you, Mattia. I do hope you'll join me again. I always stream on Wednesdays at 2:30. Right now, I seem to be popping on pretty regularly each day to work on these projects. So I'm going to keep doing that while I work on this because I want to document what I'm doing here. But I'm also trying to build my my visitor base, my eyeballs. I'm trying to build eyeballs. Um, so, invite your friends, tell your friends that there's some crazy American who's trying to change the world by brainwashing kids. No, don't tell them that. By teaching them science. So, thanks for joining. I hope I see Anna again. I'm pretty sure she'll come back and watch this to the end when she's back. And you have a good night's rest, okay? I'm gonna go eat, and then I'll teach my class this evening. It was good to see you, and subscribe, everyone who's watching this outside of this. Bye.